Gamers. Hold up. Is that gamers I smell in here? It smells bad. What was I doing? Oh, right. What's up, everybody? Tofu, Metronome, Rivenfell, okay. Ringtailed Lemur, Metronome, again, maybe. IDT, Schnuckle, Guten I don't know what that means. Tips of the Tavern, Bubba. Perfect timing. Just submitted our showcase Saturday entry. It's actually a web game this time. Hey, let's go. We stink. I quite enjoyed the playtest. Hey, nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rivenfell. I appreciate that. Hamhog, what's up? What's up? Is it true that Isadora's Edge will be longer than 30 hours? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe? It's hard to say. Primarily because I haven't made all the content yet, so. Who's currently working on a game? I think I am, for sure. Also, yes, the playtest was thoroughly enjoying. Hey, nice. I'm glad to hear it, Tofu. Someone said the playtest is 27 hours. I imagine it'd be very large. Oh, yeah, I definitely did not balance properly a couple areas, so they were too difficult to get through. And so those areas, if you fail them quite a lot of times in a row, can really add up. I said it was because I sucked. Yeah. The almighty bald-bearded, glassed, head-setted shovel is streaming. That's me. Hey, Mr. Flying Biscuits, what's up? Hard does not equal bad. It was still fair. I think the bottom of the cargo bay definitely, I would say, wasn't fair. I think that's an area I would want to reevaluate for sure. Lyra, what's up, Lyra? Good to see you. Good and fair level design for the most part. Yeah. I think for the most part. All right. Well, I flubbed my sentence. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Okay, I agree with you on that. Hi, Lyra. What's up? Hey, Tic Tac Joel. Good to see you. Mr. Pokemon. Good to see you. Not Clay. Bing J. Oh, Bing J. I wanted to send you the Steam key, but I don't have your email address. And then I tried to message you, but I think you have your DMs closed on Discord, so I don't know how to get it to you. You got about 12 minutes on your final run. Nice. Dude, Earl's optimizations on the Earl's optimizations on his run are wild. That guy's gonna set like a sub 7, and it's gonna be bananas. Your DMs aren't closed? I swear. Hold on. Maybe I can handle this right now. Ooh, I'm out of drawing ideas. Any ideas for me? How about they're walking down the street headed to get some food, and a mysterious portal to another world opens in front of them, and they don't know if they should get in it. Something like that. Why is there always so much to make? A big game, smaller games, jam games, personal novel I'll share with almost no one, right? There's always so many things you can make. And it's like I constantly push the ideas for other stuff to the side to keep working on my main game. The motto of after Isadora. Yeah, okay. Let me do another. See if I can message Bingle J. Yeah, I don't have the option to send a message. So let me just actually send you a friend request. Maybe that'll go through. All right, let's see. Bing of the J. I put something in share your work. I want to know what you think. Okay, share your work. Is it for the Great Either? Oh, all right, all right, all right. Now let me get you that key. We doing it live. Da-da-da. Go to my key information. Try not to leak this. All right. There we go. There we go. Nice. Stream Elements bot. Can everyone boo this man's? Huzzah, it works. I think it's because Discord has that funky age verification stuff. Yeah. Oh, metronome with the emote drops. Let's go. How close are we to having a new Isadora emote unlocked? Let me go check, actually. I'm in the mood to check stuff today, I guess. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to pull up my message pop-up thing. Hold on. Let's see. Is that working? Let me do this so I can do... There we go. Inbound shovel, how do you come up with the rules for the shovel cord? Insandio did. Insandio came up with the rules for the shovel cord, and then sent it to me, and she was like, is there anything you want to change or anything you want to add? And so we discussed them. I think she went to a bunch of other Discord servers and looked at their rules and figured out which ones she thought were really valuable and which ones she thought were anti-fun. So... W Insandio as usual. That's damn true. Okay, you never said something so true before. I know what I'm about to do during this stream playtest. What do I do besides developing games? I also play games. I watched Kunk on Earth the other night. That was fun. Pump up the jam. There's never a non-W when it comes to Insane. That's damn true. Never said something so true besides that one pogo section. True. Yeah, it's like when you were trying to like pogo on that one spike and then the platforms push you off of it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to check that. And then like 5 seconds later, you were like, I don't understand why the pogos are here if I can't use them. And I was like, yeah, that's a real good point. I don't just develop games, I also play games. And you're not going to believe this. Sometimes I'll also watch a YouTube video about video games. Kind of crazy. Just a little thing I like to do. And then John Bongo 73 did this. What was I going to check? Can someone remind me what I was about to check? What? Blasphemy. By the way, Shovel, do you think you'll prioritize analyzing the playtest feedback first or finishing up the video? Not rushing, just curious about the time frame with both things. So far, I've just been analyzing playtest footage, but I've watched everything that's come in so far, so I should be free to work on stuff. Are you really proud of the Isadora dress sprite? I think the Isadora dress sprite looks sick. I had a bunch of rules in my server, but then someone pointed out that it's not right for me to enforce anything if I'm not myself a perfect good person. Yeah, see, I would probably just time the person out for saying that. Sometimes I even click agree to terms of service so I can make an account to play or make games. That's a fun thing to do. It's not much, but my tool got its second sale today. Not surprising. My first time hasn't done well. I'm just happy it's going to help at least a handful of people. That's awesome. You got you got your second sale yesterday. That's awesome. That's awesome. Become tyrannical. Yeah. It's like, if you are permissible over everything, no one can enjoy a comfortable space, right? It's like I deleted those messages that were homophobic earlier. You know, that doesn't fly. So you just have to choose what you're willing to allow, you know? What's the biggest takeaway from the playtest so far? So I have a couple big ones. I'm working on a list of like level design rules to follow for myself. Obviously, if there's a good reason to break a rule, I can. But yeah, making a list of rules for myself to follow that I have discovered from this. But one of the big things is pacing. Because right now the playtest, because I just wanted to really test the extremes of all movement possibilities, so I glued a bunch of platforming challenges together in a way that doesn't make sense for a Metroidvania. You know, no one wants to backtrack through an absolute like nightmare gauntlet of platforming. Although I guess people have willingly started backtracking through a nightmare platforming gauntlet to shave a couple seconds off their world of their speedruns. But but yeah, making sure that things start relatively easy and ramp up at a nice like happy pace, because the biggest takeaway for sure is that the movement is really clean. Once people get adjusted to the movement, it is very satisfying to control Isadora. Even the target dash, which I need to rework, once you get the hang of it, it feels pretty good. Somehow Luna got the hang of it instantly. So Kat did too. Kat and Luna both, when they were playtesting, like Kat finished the surging dash part of the cargo bay on her first try. I think she's the only person to do it on her first try. Even I don't think I did it on my first try when I made it, you know? So, funnily enough, I think no slurs was my most disliked rule. Yeah, it's like sometimes you just have to, you know, say, well, if you really want to say slurs, I guess, then this isn't the Discord for you, because that is an unbudging rule that I will not change. And also, I will not tolerate dissent. I will rule with my iron fist, and I will get my very powerful wife to tell you to stop. Dude, did I ever tell you guys about when we were in Japan? We were in Nara Park, that has all the deer, and there were this group of teenagers, a pretty large group. I think there were like 3 guys and 2 girls, and they were throwing like these giant sticks at trees. And so they were throwing the sticks at the trees, and the deer were like visibly scared. And so we turn the corner and we see them throw a stick at the tree, and the deer gets scared. And Insandio was like, "What are they doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's weird." And then they pick up another stick and go to throw it. And Insandio like quickly takes a couple steps forward and yells and is like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're scaring the deer. Knock it off." And, and they all like gave her a look and then shuffled away. I was like, dang, she's like a superhero. Yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, about the playtest, right? So the movement is really good once you get the hang of it, but it needs to be paced properly to give people the chance to get the hang of it. So like some of the stuff I put into the playtest is like late game, almost Path of Pain type challenges. And those shouldn't happen, you know, in like, if you speedrun it, you can beat the playtest in like 10 minutes. So I don't think you should hit a Path of Pain level obstacle within 10 minutes of gameplay, you know? Another Winsandio, that's damn true. Playtest was fun, can't wait for playtest 2. Nice, nice. Yeah, so I think for building out the full map of the world, it's like the movement feels pretty good. There's like some stuff I should clean up, add some buffers here and buffers there. And also make some buffers a little more generous. It's like most people think that there aren't input buffers on the attacks, which there are. I think Pogo's that might be bugged. I haven't looked into it super thoroughly yet because I've been looking at other stuff, but there are buffers. But I think my buffers are tuned to my own timings. And obviously speedrunners are kind of pushing things to the extreme. So I'm trying to buffer inputs all over the place. So making those a little bit more generous, probably. The only time I used a scary mom voice when a customer didn't respond when I told her the card was declined. I'm very torn between my server is MySpace to make and nothing matters because I'm not a flawless person. Yeah, but no one's a flawless person. So other than Insandio. So I think just running it to the best of your ability is all anyone can ask for, you know? It's like, you can never truly be perfect, even though, like, you know, I have my own struggles with perfectionism. Just running it as best you can, so. What are my thoughts on the Pogo as it is now? I think I have a couple thoughts. There's like an interesting balancing issue with the fact that the Pogo is unbelievably powerful in combat. And as a result, if you make it too good, it can trivialize a lot of movement stuff, or it can trivialize combat, even when it doesn't feel that useful for movement. So I think the takeaway on Pogos is that I need to be very intentional with how to use Pogos for movement, so that I don't end up making them generic enough to completely trivialize combat. So who's Insandio? Insandio is my wife. She is a VTuber. Also Shovel, since my membership ran out, but I'm in the playtest, but I need VC to play, what do I do? Oh, aren't you... You're still in the Discord, though, right? You have the playtester role? Hi there, hello, I'm here now. Hey, welcome in, Cat, the true surging dash savant, the prodigy. Pogo in combat can be fought against if it doesn't damage certain enemies, or set enemies can react to it by attacking you from below. Yeah, it's like I want to avoid giving myself a lot of extra like work in like animations and changing enemy designs to give them a little helmet, because when a lot of these enemies were designed, it's before I added Pogo to the game, even, you know. A lot might be an exaggeration. At least some of the enemies were designed before Pogo was even added. And so a lot of the enemies don't have any sort of like headwear, and giving them an upward facing attack requires, you know, a whole change to their moveset that I would need to test and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, RKI is here. Welcome in, RKI. How'd the exams go? I think you said your last exam was on Thursday, if I remember. Hello. Yes, it's me, Rick. And Rick, we're going to help you learn how to eat chicken one day. First, you got to pick it up, right? And then be really careful, because you're aiming for your mouth. You know, don't put the chicken right into your eye. That'll hurt, especially if it's spicy. Greetings, Rick. Am I planning on adding omnidirectional dashes? Not like just by default. But yeah, I definitely want to explore other movement options besides just dashing and double jumping, you know, the really normal stuff. So, someone said I can't be anti-AI because I eat meat, and meat is worse for the environment, so I've been pondering lots for 3 weeks. There are reasons to be anti-AI other than the environmental concerns, is the first thing that comes to mind. Secondly, you can be concerned about multiple things at once. And also, even people who are vegan, there are people who are like vegan 6 days of the week instead of 7, and saying they can't be concerned about animals because they're not a perfectly practicing vegan is very silly. So, you know, break a bird out. Thanks, Shovel and Chat, for thoughts. You guys are so wise. I love cheese. I could never be vegan. How old were you when you found out you wanted to do what you're doing now? So I've wanted to be a game developer basically forever, as far as I can remember. Playing games when I was young and thinking about like my own games I wanted to make, and me and Digit, the editor for the YouTube channel, would like sit in the backyard with a notepad and write our ideas down for games. Digit was much better at art than I was, so he would like sketch things out, and then I would just describe stuff. And it was all terrible. I mean, we were children, so none of the ideas were very good. And then we would like come up with our own card games and like write out the rules for the cards on a little piece of paper and cut them up, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, and then in high school, I started taking college classes for information technology because I knew you needed a program to make video games. And then when I graduated high school and went to college, I went for software to make video games. And then eventually I got a job at Amazon, which paid well. But after working there for a couple of years, I was like, this isn't making video games. So I left and got a job at Halo Infinite. So it's just something I've basically always known I wanted to do. So are there protein fruits? Where does a vegan get protein? So I think there's lots of like pea proteins and other protein supplements that work. Vegan products are also insanely pricey. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes, especially with how bad the economy is right now, just being able to afford being vegan sounds rough. You won't believe me when I say this. Tofu. Tofu and beans, right. Tofu is beans. Oh, damn, Mittens. Yeah, a lot of the luxury vegan products, I should say. The stuff that lets you cook lots of diverse meals and stuff. If you're okay eating, you know, beans every day. Beans and rice. Possibly people. That's Soylent Green. Nice. Can you make the black spot away where part of chat covers? Oh, is my green screen? Hold on. Boom. The green screen is no longer showing through. I think healthy food's getting expensive in general. True. But the other day, we got an insane deal on some fruits. Got some raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries for like $2 per little package, when normally they're like $6 or $7. So, 4 peaches at the store was about $5. Brutal. I went hardcore veganing for a month. It wasn't bad, just limiting expensive. Yeah. It's like whenever I see a good deal on like a meat replacement, like jackfruit or whatever at the store, sometimes I'll get it and then use that instead of meat. You know, so little things every now and again. But by the way, Shovel, when is the secret project gonna stop being secret? So I'm going to finish my recordings for that part of the video, either probably early next week, and then we will finish the video up and get it out. So it's next on the list. We got to rile him up. Yeah, so right now I'm reviewing playtest footage, but once I finished the last of it that I had like last night, I think Tofu submitted. So I think Tofu submitting his footage means I can watch through that. But yeah, so I should have an opening. I'm also going to work on some more scripts for Game Dev Secrets over the next couple of days as well. So I'm going to do a bunch of YouTube stuff. But jackfruit is seen as a meat replacement. I've always seen it as just a fruit. Oh, yeah, I bought the like specialty jackfruit that is a meat replacement product. Like a little package. Shovel, would you like me to write my second feedback form today? If you want to. You can also feel free to continue speedrunning before you do it, but whenever, you know. Game Dev Secrets. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you all, let's see if you guys can cook. Because the other day, Nikki and OK were discussing potential, like basically they were requesting a Game Dev Secret about playtesting just to get some advice on it. And so I made some notes to myself. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to work on Game Dev Secrets over the next couple of days, maybe I should get some input on what people want to learn about. So if there's anything you want me to cover, in a Game Dev Secret, drop it in chat. I wouldn't call it discussing. I think I sent like one message. Oh, yeah, there was a discussion. It was a very short discussion. I feel shaders, please. What do you want to know about shaders? Let me make a note. More about shaders. Maybe render types. Hit stop. Okay. I do already have hit stop, but I didn't talk about implementation. So maybe an implementation. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a way to work that into a different topic. Yeah, playtesting, what to look for in feedback. Yeah, maybe like talk about engine timescale and pausing or something. Financial management. That would be a do as I say, not as I do type moment. More in depth on parallax. Okay. How to place things so they line up. That one might be a little bit hard to script, but I'll think about it. That's tough to narrow it down. Let me see. Scroll back up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Staying motivated. Is using AI for programming looked down on like it is for art? Not to the same degree, for sure. Shaders are too complicated. I mean, there's a lot of different pieces of shaders I can talk about, so. Want to know if it's good to keep on going on the game dev path or go into normal IT work? If you like making video games, I'd say it's absolutely worth it to keep going on the game dev path, but what about things about workflow? I don't have anything specific, but it's where I struggle the most. Okay, workflow. I mean, I could just straight up say, like, here are the tools I use to make Isadora's Edge. Hope it helps. Prototyping. Okay. Prototyping. Let's see. Have I done one on rage games? Is there one about camera stops? Yeah, okay, camera stops. What do you want to know about rage games? I'm not sure exactly what I should talk about there. Like, how to make a game better, but how about how to share content from your game, like how to record nice footage or plan out a scene for a screenshot? Okay, recording game content. Like screenshots or footage. Game architecture and making a game scale well over development time. Okay, that's a big topic, but I wonder if there are pieces of game architecture how to scale well over time. That might be something I can break into a couple different ideas. How to find awesome duck-inspired game devs to feature in your YouTube challenges. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, though, is the issue. So, can't really give advice on something I haven't done before. A game dev secret about Nikki. What do you do? Think about my game idea. I want to make a game where the skill tree is inspired by Anime Overlord and the levels are inspired by Hollow Knight. I mean, Hollow Knight is a very good game. I haven't seen Overlord, so I don't know about that. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. A game dev secret about Isadora's Edge. Well, that's most of them. I was talking about shaders. I was writing off everyone else talking about them. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a lot of different pieces of shaders. Maybe I can make a note to myself. Figure out how to make shaders more approachable. And maybe explain what they're like actually doing. I know in the one I talked about shaders, I briefly covered a bunch of different aspects of them, but nothing in any detail. So, have to teach class now. I think I'll be back before the stream ends, so maybe see you later. Hey, good luck with your teaching. Have a good time. How to make a good, not boring game. How to make your game not boring. How to make your game not boring. Interesting. A game dev secret about game dev secrets. Well, what would you want out of a game dev secret about game dev secrets? Shovel, I have my form and footage submitted. Nice, thank you. Did I make one on version control? Did I? Hold on, version control. Well, now, did I do this? Yes, I think I did. I think that's the Frogadora short, if I remember right. How to work with collaboration. Oh, how to collaborate. How to collaborate and be on a team. Any helpful tips about that? Oh, do one on like licensing. Okay. One specifically about game jams. Tips about game jams. Yeah, a lot of jams are dropping right now. So having something in the short term that gives people advice on how to do a jam could be good. Tofu, I think I can help. Collaboration, nice. Version control, yes. A game dev secret about Isadora's Edge is just a game dev secret. Game dev secret. Just watched Obsession. My God, that movie was good. Nice. Shaders may need a long form video. Shaders. Whoa, I'm way behind. Holy moly. Okay. Can you explain the logic behind good player movement or movement in general? Yeah, I think like in general, good player movement is like paying attention to literally every detail, you know? That's a lot of the game dev secrets cover little bits of things that all go into making movement feel good. On adding secrets. Okay, yeah. Guys, this one's actually a secret. Don't tell nobody. Okay. Do you want me to submit my first attempt at the playtest, or would you prefer one where I play the best I can? So the first one for sure is very valuable. If you record another attempt where you play the best you can put them in like a playlist or something, and I will watch both of them. When combining multiple game genres. Oh, how to combine genres. Or just like genre in general. Okay. Programming RPGs. Okay. RPG systems. There are a lot of them. Just for once, can we please get a game dev common knowledge? A game dev common knowledge. A game dev common knowledge. I mean, that sounds like a good April Fool's thing. A game dev common knowledge. If you use the arrow keys or the WASD keys, you will move around. Oh. Uh-oh. Is my mouse dead? Be an unfortunate time for my mouse to die. Okay. I love the new wave of horror. Okay. Happy Saturday. Thank you. Oh, snark. Okay. I'm gonna plug in my mouse. Its battery is dead. Oh, okay. I don't understand how to think logically in shader languages. I mean, I know vertex and fragment. I don't know when to use them. Okay. So more shader stuff. You should have Insandio help you for the secret about collaboration. I like that idea. because I do collaborate with Insandio all the time. So, since you have tutoring experience and teach people about the secrets, a short about teaching and collecting information might be fire. Oh, true. Teaching and sharing information. Like abstract things, make them approachable, don't overload, all those ideas. How to fix and find bugs. Oh, how to fix and find bugs. Oh, which isn't 100% what you're talking about, but also like the difference between like exporting it like a build, builds versus in editor, and like maybe some distinction between like when you're running the game in your editor and when you're actually like making a build to give it to people and stuff. About surprise. Oh. Oh my gosh. YouTube just started lagging like crazy for me. I don't think I'm dropping frames or anything, though. Oh, excuse me, YouTube chat? I wonder if I'm still live, considering YouTube just fully crashed for me. Huh, maybe I am. Who's to say? Who's to say? Can I get my chat back? That'd be helpful. Okay, chat is back, and OK says I'm live. All right, that was weird. Thank you, YouTube. Okay. Scrolling back up. About surprise. Right, surprise. What do you want to see out of something about surprise? Like how to make surprising moments. Maybe talk about player expectations. If anyone wants music help for game jams, I can help. Hey, Zrinsky, the tinfoil dishwasher. I thought you did Wednesdays now. It's cool to see 2 live streams in 1 week. Yeah, I did a bonus stream on Wednesday because I missed one due to the playtest, basically. Looking into lighting and found surprisingly little. Oh, okay, lighting. Maybe there's something there. About programming languages. Programming languages. That could be interesting. Like sort of the differences and stuff. Okay. A game to secret about to secure $1 billion to fund your overscope project. I wish. Let me tell you what. Let me do that first, and then I'll make the secret about it. A game dev secret about how to do a backflip in real life. Let's go. Pathfinding. Oh yeah. Okay, pathfinding. I could talk about A*, different algorithms, and how they work. Oh, so I could also talk about nav meshes and like navigation agents, something like that. Kind of goes hand in hand with pathfinding, but I have to imagine they would be like talking about the algorithms of pathfinding and talking about like the practical side of building pathfinding with like nav meshes is very different. So, building accessibility. Okay, accessibility. Soundtracks. Yeah, I'll need to figure out what I even want to say about soundtracks. Maybe something about like positional audio. Well, positional audio, there's something. Versus, what's it called? Not flat, 2D versus 2D audio. Something like that. World building, I like that. World building. How to actually sell your game. Hey, the place is up. How's it going? Oh, it's going really well. Really well. There's like a couple things that I would, fix moving forward and address for the next playtest. But I've gotten a lot of great information, and the stuff that like is bad in the playtest, the stuff that I'm not happy with is like I can change it, and it's not enough to bring down the experience totally. So, I don't know if you'd be down for this, Mr. I'm doing a talk on incremental game design kind of soon. You could take things from it for a game dev secret. Probably a little niche for you, though. Let me make Steel Vari's information. Yeah, that sounds good. Also, if you wanted to just like hit me with, like if you have a write up of your talk or anything, you can send that to me. I have no problem giving specific information about incremental game design, as long as I can figure out a way to present it. You know, common game dev knowledge shorts could actually be helpful for super beginners. A game dev secret for you: a lot of my shorts are sort of like common beginner level game dev knowledge. I do get into some more complicated topics, but I try to, you know, spread across the entire range and make things as accessible as possible. My goal is that my original goal for this was if someone is very new to game design and game development, or they're just thinking about doing it, my shorts will give them enough information to get started with it. That's sort of what I'm going for. So, Avolud. What did Avolud say? I think I missed Avolud's message. Oh, last time I opened my game, my FPS was negative 66,000. Backrooms discussion. Oh. Game dev secrets about oh my gosh, there's a lot of how to catch people by surprise. Right. Okay. So player expectations, keeping your game engaging. Okay. Keeping your game engaging. Keeping your game engaging. Like how to keep the player's interest. Maybe this could fall into, I've been wanting to do, to discuss like Sakurai's main advice, basically summarize that and present it, because that dude is very smart about game design, as you might expect. And I think he has some good points about this that maybe I could present. Package Sakurai's information. 3D about 40. 5D. Okay. I wonder if the number's just going to keep going up. I wonder if it's just going to keep counting as I scroll down. Pathfinding nav meshes. Player customization. All right. Player customization. That one might be a little bit hard, but I can think about it. I came to secret about hiring me. Oh, state machines. That's a great suggestion, Kat. That is a fantastic suggestion. Fantastic suggestion from Kat. I don't know if I really need to make the note there, but I'm going to. Game dev secret about sneaking a virus into your game and taking over your players' computers. There we go. There we go. How does a game come into being and what happens until it's released? What happens after that? That might be a little bit broad for a short, but maybe. How do you make games? About seeds. Oh, okay, like seeds and RNG. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. I could discuss that. I'm the #1 speedrunner. Setting up a Kickstarter. Although, maybe I should run my Kickstarter first and then make that short, but we'll see. We'll be recording our talk. Oh my God, YouTube, stop moving the chat around. We'll be recording our talk. We'll send it to you when we do it later this month. If you have specific questions, I would love to answer them. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. You're such a genuine person, bro. Thanks for putting in the time to support your community. We appreciate it. Hey, I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm more than happy to help the community. It is my goal that everyone in here who wants to make a game successfully makes a game. If that's the result, I would be very happy. So, a game to secret about. I'm hungry and need dinner. Oh, documentation. Documentation. Yes. 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 Okay. About defeating the ops. I've been doing it. Are you planning to make something long game secret video to dive into more deep and complex things? Not currently, just because of the time requirements. It's like most of my time I've been dedicating to Isadora. So I would love to make some more long form stuff. I just, honestly, miss them. I missed the start. I was playing your game. Hey, let's go. Balancing difficulty and fun. Okay, balancing difficulty and fun. Architecture would be quite interesting. I can +1 my architecture note. Plus, there's so many things to talk about with architecture. Where is it? Yep, I'm just gonna write architecture again because I can't find it. Architecture. About 0D. Oh, breaking the mold there. Okay. A 4D Godot fork. That's wild. Yeah, Sakurai's videos are a great reference. That's totally true. About lore drops. Okay. About lore drops. Lore drops. I wonder what I would say there. Interesting. Okay. How to fail at game development. Now that's a a catchy YouTube title. Cats in the business. My Kickstarter plans are canceled forever. Yeah, about failing. Okay. About failure. When you say about failure, what is that? What does failure mean to you? Like, if I were to make a game dev secret about dealing with failure, like, what would you want me to cover? That's because I think failure means something different to everyone. So, could be a game dev secret about financing a game, about taking notes. Taking notes is interesting, sort of in the realm of playtesting, right? Financing a game. Right. I could talk about the different avenues. Right. Okay. Like publishing. Obviously, there's like self-funded publishers, crowdfunding, early access. I don't know how to present that 100% other than just listing the different types of funding, but I'm sure I can figure something out. About scope. Scope is fun. Scope is a fun topic. Rewarding the player, gambling. Okay, rewards. I've talked about rewards before, so I might need a new spin on that. Gambling. Okay. Obfuscation. Nice. That's not bad. I could talk about that both from the design perspective or from the code perspective. That is something that happens sometimes with game design topics. Is the same term can apply to many different things, even just in game development, because it talks about a piece of code or a piece of game design. It's a very funny concept. Or just multiple pieces of game design. Dead zones was a classic one, where it's like dead zones can mean like 3 different things. So, scope creep, right? That could be scope and scope creep is something to talk about. Let me do the voiceover. Hold on. Nobody will be able to tell the difference. That's true. Budget and scope, right? Game dev secret about unethically making players give you positive reviews. Kat, you weren't supposed to talk about that. Now go to the shovel cord and tell everyone how good the playtest is. Okay, we talked about this. I just realized my name here is nothing like Discord. It's Nate. Yeah, I recognize your profile picture. Game dev secrets about what inbound shovel is currently learning. What am I currently learning? I guess right now I'm learning. I'm getting better at level design. I think that's something that I'm learning about right now. Putting together the levels for the playtest was definitely a huge learning experience. And then watching people play through the level you built, I feel like is so valuable for getting better at level design. So that's something. So let me put level design on here. I haven't talked about it too much, so maybe I could combine level design with playtesting. How to lore drop? Spread it out. I'm gonna make a note of that. Okay, says spread it out. Spread it out. All right. Game dev secret about what to do when there's a bear chasing you. Actually, I need it now. Simply run faster. About speed running. Okay, that's fun. Speed running tech. I could potentially tell my Halo Infinite story. Might be a fun opportunity for that. If I'm not afraid of sharing that. A game dev secret about talking and show not tell. Oh, okay. Show not tell. That's it's actually sort of related to the Sakurai stuff. You know, let your players play the game rather than bombarding them with exposition. But seeing the same people on Discord in here is cool, right? Object classes. Okay. Object classes. And maybe even go more simple. Objects versus classes. Oh, could be a good opportunity to talk about static. I feel like maybe beginners have no idea what static means, so they never use it. Game dev secret about getting your players emotionally attached to a player before tragically killing them and making your player sad. I assume you mean to an NPC, because I'm not in the habit of actually killing my players. But yeah, I think that does fall. Emotional attachment sort of falls into the player expectation, but player expectations, emotional attachment. Like what makes players attached to certain characters? What are the ways to do that? About writing dialogue. That's a great one. About debugging. Honestly, I need to figure out like how my brain works. Like debugging is one of the things that I'm absolutely the best at like in my set of game dev skills. I almost just have like a sixth sense for it where it's like when there's a bug, I sort of just know what's going on. And I mean, it's wrong sometimes, but I'm really quick at finding the source of bugs. That's like one of the things I'm really, really like trained at. But I would need to like sit down and actually like figure out what my brain is doing to know where the issue is so that I can explain the process of finding it. It's one of those things that I do intuitively that I haven't really like broken down the process for. Right. Okay. So break down the process. First, you think about like what are the possible causes, then start isolating. Once you start isolating, you can find out where it's actually coming from. Find out where it's coming from. Out where it's coming from. That's what to talk about. That's what to talk about. How to isolate bugs. That's the secret. How to isolate bugs. Okay. Got it. Promoting games. Interesting. Level editors. Right. Oh, maybe tool scripts. To make it very Godot specific. Tool scripts, maybe? Game dev secret about the game deleting itself. I see Toby Fox is in chat. Is that Toby Fox? How old's your YouTube channel? I think my YouTube channel is like 8 years old at this point. Something like that. I've been doing it for a minute. Although I wasn't super dedicated and focused on game dev stuff until 2022, I think. Friend slop and mogging. You know what? I'm going to write it down. Friend slop and mogging. I don't know if that's going to turn into anything, but I'll write it. Get to figure out marketing. Which methods tend to be effective? Okay. Marketing. What works? What doesn't? And then let me see. What is your note? Social media isn't. Curators are. Outreach. Festivals. Got it. Mr. Shovel, I did it. I beat the playtest already? Dang. Bing J kind of a gamer. Holy smokes. Oh, you know what, Bing J? I didn't send you all the information. Hold on. Let me... potentially you did not record it, which would be my fault because I didn't send you the information. But getting you the form anyway is probably good. I gotta remember that people need information for things, and having information is good, and not having information is bad. I should have just sent this to you. Okay. Pretend this was your key. Okay. So this is the email I sent out. It's got a lot of stuff in there, which most of it not that important, but it does have the form. So, cool. All right. Oh, and let me make sure I close Discord. Otherwise, you all will hear pings, right? Okay. This. All right. Now, level design could be interesting to talk about. Right. Level design, I might need to, let me make a note of like break this into multiple concepts. Got it. On scripted events. Interesting. Okay. Don't forget to like the stream chat. Oh, thank you, Lyra. Lyra's on it. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you click that like button. It actually helps out tremendously. So, when you should take a break and how to redo a project. Oh, okay. Taking breaks and or restarting projects. How to know. Okay, that could be interesting. Tools and software. Right. Tools and software. I think that I need to figure out how to write that, like figuring out the script. But I do think just having one where like, here are my tools. I'll make another note. I think I have it somewhere, but tools and software. The playtest is so good, unironic. It's really good. Can't wait for the full game. I'm sad I'm going to lose access in a few days. Nice. Yeah, I'm really glad. I saw Earl in one of the speedrun threads. Earl was like, speedrunning this game feels like a combination of Celeste and Silksong, and I was like, that is incredible praise. I think I've been riding the high of reading that message for days. So, again, to see about this rock I just found. True, it does be like that. Pacing. And there's lots of different ways to talk about pacing, both like moments of rest versus high action, as well as difficulty curves. And I might be able to cover multiple topics in just the one short about pacing and just like sort of talk about the different ideas, or I could break them into multiple. Okay, that's something. Tofu, how surreal does it feel to see people playing Isadora's Edge, having the playtest actually out there? It's wild. It's like I've been working on it alone in my cave for so long, not really letting anyone else touch it outside of basically just INSANDIO. And even then, I didn't have her play anything very often. Sometimes I would just have her like look at it. I'd be like, hey, come stand behind me and look at the thing I made. And she'd be like, very good, cool. But yeah, seeing a lot of other people play the game is a wild feeling. Cutscenes. I got feedback on level design, deleted 90% of the enemies in my game. Oh, like popcorn enemies. Give your players stuff to hit. Something like that. About one-dimensional games, pacing, on late game and post-main game content. Okay. Late game content, post-game content. Seriously, a lot of game dev writers could benefit from filmmaking, webcomic, and writing tip videos. True. Just in general, writing advice. Right. Like how to make likable, believable characters. How to write good dialogue. How to make interesting relationships. Stuff like that could be really good. Storytelling. Okay, yeah, right. That's in writing advice, storytelling. I like how you didn't expect us to be your 8:44 time. We beat it by a full minute already. Yeah, if I'm honest, I kind of like was operating under the assumption that people would playtest the game, like do their first playthrough and maybe do a couple more runs if they liked the movement. I truly did not expect people to really enjoy speedrunning it this much. And seeing everyone react so positively and just like grinding out runs because they're enjoying the movement is like a really good feeling. Yeah, it's like more than I was expecting, for sure. I tried to keep my expectations managed. I didn't want to like people are gonna speedrun the crap out of this game and really optimize it, and I'm gonna be watching all their cool runs, and then for it to not go that good. I feel very lucky that people are enjoying the game to this degree. I did work really hard to try to make it very enjoyable, and I put a lot of time into the movement to try to get it feeling as good as it could be. But I'm still just a human, so I wasn't sure if like maybe I made some mistakes or there was stuff I did wrong that was going to come back to bite me, or if a couple errors here and there in like level design and maybe one movement ability doesn't work the way it's supposed to, if those would like bring the whole experience down to the point where people didn't want to engage with it like that. So yeah, very lucky for sure. About memorable symbols. Okay, symbols. Like symbology? I wonder. Yeah, I'd have to think about if I have anything interesting to say there, but inheritance versus composition. Oh, that's a great inheritance versus composition. Mostly just explain the concepts, yeah. I haven't really done that yet, no. Static, like how my vision goes if I stop focusing on something I was focusing really hard on. Yeah, that's what I was going to cover. It's like a game dev secret about static. So there's the person in Discord named Nikki, and when she focuses really hard on something, about jump scares, true. Jump scares are fun. Jump scares. I made, for one of the GMTK jams, I made a horror game, and INSANDIO opened it, played it for maybe 3 seconds and then closed it and was like, this is too scary, I'm not doing it. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need you to do a game of secret and then possibly a college course on camera transitions. Camera transitions. I used my focus objects for a fun moment in the playtest with like shifting focus over to a door that's closing and then back to Isadora. And while the camera is focused on something off screen, I changed the text that's on screen. It was a very fun moment. I really liked setting that up. And luckily, my focus object system made it really easy to do. So yeah, that was a fun one for sure. Oh, resources, right. Oh, keeping intense moments intense. So intensity, all right. Resources, right. Oh, dynamic typing. Oh, right, I could talk about duck typing. Right. Duck typing is pretty interesting. Duck typing. I think I only use duck typing in one place in Isadora's Edge, but like, it's useful when it's useful, I guess. And also, I feel like duck typing is one of those fun concepts that when you hear about it, it's like, oh, it probably means something like special, and it's not literally about ducks. Menus. I've talked about menus a little bit, but my game is incredibly bug-free because I lock in and test 1 million different niche cases for everything I add. You know what the funny part is, Nikki, is I do the same thing. I also test so many niche cases, and yeah, there still manages to be some bugs, you know. There's a game I made called Welcome to the Community. I really love working on it. I wish YouTube would stop jumping to the bottom. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Oh my gosh. If you played it and reviewed it, yeah, if you put it in the Discord in the Showcase Saturday forum, then it'll be entered into the chance to play it, right? So, okay, debugging is basically pathfinding an error stack trace while experimenting the environment of each stack entry. Yeah, waiting one frame somewhere and hoping that fixes things. That's good. That's good. Yeah, a beta tester walks into a bar, runs to a bar, jumps into a bar, sneaks into a bar, orders 1 beer, 2 beers, 678 beers, minus 1 beers. Yeah. I mean, that's the classic joke, right? It's like I set up my unit tests for walking into the bar, running into the bar, jumping into the bar, sneaks into the bar, order 1 beer, 2 beers, 678 beers, negative 1 beers. Then a real user walks into the bar, asks where the bathroom is. The bar explodes, right? That's the joke. So, yeah, random guy has to go to the bathroom. Metronome, seen it before. About copyright. Okay. Copyright is interesting. Or just copying in general, maybe, if I want to. It reminds me of, I saw a comment that was like, I'm sure you're not trying to copy Hollow Knight. And I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I'm trying to copy Hollow Knight. You know how good Hollow Knight is? If Hollow Knight has good ideas in it, I want to also use those good ideas. Now, I think the game is drastically different than Hollow Knight, but if they do something really well, I would also like to do it. Like, I think Isadora's healing will probably be the same as the Knight's. Although, rather than hold to heal, it'll probably be press to heal like Hornet does, but with, like, no air stalling and one health at a time. That's what I'm currently planning. I'll test it out, and if I need to change it, I will. But, yeah, I think inspiration is, classic. Surviving social media. Interesting. Surviving social media. Maybe talking about the fact that haters are kind of gonna hate, and fakers gonna fake. So I'm just gonna shake it off. Woo hoo hoo. About the tutorial not being boring. Oh yeah, okay, good tutorialization. That's interesting. Good tutorialization. Porting onto other platforms. Porting to other platforms. I think I already talked about SDKs to some degree, but maybe I need to go back and watch the one I talked about SDKs. About catching export bugs. Right. Builds, exports, and bugs. Why is it different than my editor? What's the Discord called? You can find it in the description of this stream, actually. There should be a link in there. Songs. Okay, I have soundtracks on here, but I'll just write songs too. Cutscene specific outcomes. Well, what exactly do you mean by that? Like NPC fights? I finally got it in 10 minutes. Oh, sick. Really? Hold on. Let me go see. I want to go spam my emotes. Let's go. That's a 1047. Chim. Weehaw. Nice. Let's go. Oh, right. Also, oh, nice. Bing J recorded it. Let's go. Let me also make sure I invite Bing J to the Discord. Invite to server. Invite to server. Bing J. Let me edit the invite link. Make sure it gives you the playtester role. Max number of uses. Generate the link. Invite. Okay, I think that worked. Okay, that should work. Cool. Inbound Shovel, run my playtest for me. I unfortunately do not have time to do that, but this playtest is incredibly addictive. Nice. I'm really glad. Earl just giving me free tips personally so I can get better. Yeah, Earl really just wants to see the time go down. I think all Earl cares about is seeing it get done in less than 7 minutes. The movement's definitely up there with Silksong and Celeste. Oh, I'm gonna be floating. That's so nice. Thank you. A game to secret about the game engines different from one another. I talk about it a little bit. Yeah, I think I have a short about that actually already. Originality. Oh right. Originality versus what's it called when you're not original? There's a word for it that I know but blanking on. Waiting for the day my game is met with praise and hugs and kisses. Why can't I remember the word? Oh, brain is cooked. Hold on, let me take a drink of this coffee. Maybe it'll come back. Derivative. That's the word. Derivative. Okay. DLC and modability. Oh, modability is cool. Working with teams. You're making a video about the playtest, right? Yeah, I'm planning on it. I'm going to, right now my plan is to write some game dev secrets because Digit is like, yo, can I please get one? I'm out of stuff to edit, dog. So I want to write some more game dev secrets so I can send them to Digit. And then I need to work on the secret project so I can get that done. And then I want to write the devlog about the playtest. So those are like my next 3 YouTube things that I'm probably going to spend the next week on, I think. Other consoles, right? About charms. What do you mean by charms? I would play the playtest more, get a better time, have my computer for 2 days. Oh, no worries. A Steam Workshop, that's cool. Talk about that a little bit. I talked about the Steam SDK a bit, but I think the workshop is a little bit different. So, how do I playtest? If you join the Patreon at the Epic Gamer tier, although I think at this point I need to request more keys. I said I would do a couple more. I'm almost 20 hours in. Nice. Yeah. I think I'm really glad to see the result of people like once they finish it and then they go in for another like run and they get like addicted to the movement. I think that's like a really good sign. And so all I need to do is like clean it up a little bit. I think I'm going to make the dash jump a little faster and also make the dash jump chain into sprinting a little easier. Also, I think I might change the like little pop off the wall that Isadora does if you go neutral during a wall climb. Maybe if you go neutral during the end of a wall climb, it won't pop off the wall, something like that. And then obviously fixing surging dash. So just some stuff that I need to tackle. But overall, I think it's a really good sign. Sound effects, right? Dude, I'm pretty sure I wrote a script about sound effects and then just threw it away. I don't remember why. What was the problem with it? Maybe like see if I can revive the old script or at least figure out why I didn't like it. Like, what about it I thought wasn't a good... Humble game developer thinks this game isn't very good. It's proven wrong. Yeah, that's the fun part, though. It's like, I thought it was good. Like, I told it to Insandio several times. Where I was like, I love the movement in this game. But am I wrong? Managing communities. That's okay, managing community. And just community in general. I think that's a great thing to talk about, yeah. We're an hour into the stream. Don't forget to drink water, guys. Oh, dang, we're an hour into... Holy smokes. Scrapping concepts. Right. Also known as brutally removing your darlings. I chickened out of saying a word that might get the stream flagged. Removing your darlings. UI, right. Gotta sleep, bro. It's getting late. Yeah, but have a good rest. Have a good rest. If I unfocus too hard, my eyes go gray, and I also passed out one time. Well, I guess stay focused then. Also, I have a simple but really performant ECS wrapped around Unity framework. Honestly, just explaining what an ECS is. Oh, and on that note, explaining GOP. GOP might be good. Yeah, ECS, explain GOP. In general, I could talk about other like behavior, like behavior trees and other ideas like that. But anything that's a nice, for some reason, I like to explain acronyms. I find it fun. So, what browser do I use? Right now I use Chrome. I think I probably should switch to Firefox, but I'm just so in the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, YouTube jumped way down at this point. Okay. I finished the backrooms level I was playing. Now to draw the famous portal scene from Hit Game Size. Nice. Optimization and porting onto other devices. All right. Optimization. Oh, and maybe like profiling. And profiling. Oh, and baking, obviously, and baking. Right. I had to do that for the lab in the playtest. I optimized the crap out of the lab. Post one devlog, put it in the forum. David search cancels are fun. Yeah, dude, hitting a David is like sick. I love David. It's like probably one of my favorite tech. Now, am I going to leave it in the game? I'm not sure. Probably I won't be able to leave it in the game if I rework surging dashes, but hitting a David feels incredible. I remember when he did it in his playtest, he was like, whoa, what just happened? He's like, well, I have my inputs on screen, so you should probably be able to figure out what I just did. Oh. Placeholders. Oh. Placeholders and playtesting. It's like one thing that's super common is the fact that playtesters, like it is really, really hard for people to ignore placeholders or for people to accept that placeholders will be changed. They will always interpret them as like the final thing. So it's like, I think I shouted that this was a gray box with placeholder assets like 100 times, and it's to a lot of developers. And even then I got like feedback of like, oh, maybe this could be added or like this asset might need to be changed, stuff like that. So it's really hard. It's really hard for people to see past the placeholder. And so for your gray boxes, you need to have some kind of strategy for getting around that. So you're so far behind in chat. Yeah, I'm trying. Talking to girls. Girls are humans just like men are. So just talk to them like they're people. I want to hire an artist for a game I'm making. The artist I want to hire already know pretty well. What's the best way to approach each other? Whatever system works for the two of you. Whatever you're both happy with. Maybe your arrangement will be different than someone else's arrangement, but if you two like it, then that works. Creating sound effects. Okay. Yeah, I have sound effects in here. Better healing method. Heal from the blood of your enemies for like ultra kill. Licenses. Yes. Thanks for the shorts list. It's helped me a lot with ideas and questions I had. Nice. I'm glad it helped. My game uses the keyboard to its full capacity. You have to type words sometimes. Yeah, that would be quite difficult to port. Like the on-screen keyboard. Licensing, right? Got that in here. Tutorials should be fun, not just this is a tutorial. Right. Tutorials should feel like you're playing the game. Otherwise, people will want to just get through it as fast as possible, which means they're not actually learning anything. Tutorials should be fun. I wonder if that's going to be in the tutorialization short or its own separate idea, but yeah. Talk about the sound mixer. Oh, right. Sound mixer and like channels. Mixer, channels. Oh, I could talk about like sound effect. Post-processing. I feel like post-processing is really, really important and not so known, Demos and vertical slices. Okay, demos and vertical slices. Vertical slices. Interesting. Frame that chat message. Letting boss fights teach the players. Oh, boss fight teaching. Both before the fight and during the fight. Right. Good ideas. Might be able to pull in a sub 7 if I lock in the next 2 days, but Earl might be the only one to do it. I believe in you, Kat. Honestly, if the searches had been explained better, I don't think there would have been as much of an issue. Yeah, it's like I realized my wording mistake where I was like, you can use the arrow keys to influence which target Isadora dashes to, but the dash itself is purely determined by the target's position. But at least like 70% of the people read that and interpreted it as you can use the arrow keys to change the direction of the dash. And so clearly that's just a huge fail on the tutorial's wording. It's like, if I had made that way clearer and tutorialized it better, I think that's like a big thing is it needed to be explained better, clearer, tutorialized better, and used a little bit more before it got difficult to use. But yeah, I think there are some ways I can improve it as well, but definitely the tutorialization on it was a big problem. As someone that has not played platformers since Mario on DS and hate die and retry moments, this game is so addictive. Just been having the most fun I've had in years on a game. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's a great compliment. I'm really glad people are enjoying the playtest. So, wait, you're live today? I sure am, Jumpy. About the combinations of moves, inputs, and controls. Okay. Inputs and controls. Oh, I could talk about key bindings. I had to patch the game to make persistent key bindings. I could just talk about that. Seeing the reception of the Isadora playtest versus ID Calora playtest has truly shown me the skill gap between me and Batch. I don't think it's a skill gap thing. I think it's mostly a time. Like I really like simmered on this for a long time. And I think that one of the best things you can do is take your playtest data and use it to improve the experience. So choosing the one you dash to, it feels unintuitive. Yeah, I think that's a big thing. You said in one of your recent game dev series, you said that Isadora does not unload when switching scenes. How are you doing that in Godot? Because the scenes are rooms that I have like the game world manager that the room gets put into. And then when I switch rooms, I get rid of that room and take the new room. And Isadora is attached to a player anchor object. She gets lifted off of the player anchor and put into the player anchor in the next room. But when I say I give the keys to Isadora, that's just a useful abstraction to make it easier to understand. They actually are in like a persistence key management system. But I thought that would be too much extra knowledge on top. Oh, managers and like singletons and stuff. If I explain that, if I make it short about that, I can start using those real explanations instead of trying to abstract it. Are you planning to add extra intrinsic air control to Isadora's moveset? Probably not intrinsically, but maybe giving her some more air options I think would be fun. Okay, clear gameplay. Oh, like clarity. All right, gameplay clarity. I probably have something to say there. Love you playtest open. I don't want to stop playing on Monday. I'd love to make a task. Maybe I can. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I almost made a note of that, but scroll. We believe in you, Shovel. You will catch up. What time zone? I'm in Pacific time. Pricing. Okay, pricing is interesting. I love that one peak quote where it's like, you know, $8 is basically $10, but $7 is $5. Please don't kill David. Let David stay. David in chat like, Monka. I've never had a placeholder. And that's the way we live. I'm about to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Right placeholder on them. He's not keeping the blue boxes. About clashing to attacks. Oh, like parrying, clashing to attacks. Maybe something with like with attack hitboxes or something. Punishments. Oh, punishments are interesting. An interesting concept. Like runbacks are punishments. And people really hate them. I made the sound effects for my game by using music making software. It makes the enemies sound like Pokemon. That's cool. That's cool. That's fun. He read my chat message, and I read that one too. Now I have 2 points of response. I think now you're at 4 points of response, so you're kind of cooking. Publishers. Okay, I could talk about publishers a little bit. Potentially. I strongly agree with the person that said play Ultra Kill about 10 minutes before you'll read this. Enemies' reactions not being robotic. Okay, enemy AI and reactions. Maybe that ties into GOP a little bit, but yeah. The surge dash sections were rough. Yeah, yeah. They definitely need some rework for sure. I made tacos, but the friggin' tortillas are super dry for some reason. If they're corn tortillas, you need to like put them in a I think you have to like heat them up with water, and then you need to keep them in like a warm towel to prevent them from like drying out. I know Internet Shaquille has some great videos on tortilla management. Game devs, you got to realize that realism is not the only thing you need to make in a game. The laws of physics don't matter. Unironically, a script that I've tried to write a couple times, that like realism isn't important except for in like simulator genres where it is. It's like if Isadora's movement was realistic, she would jump like this far off the air and the game would be horrible. But I think my playtest data was just dude, this sucks. Okay. So game dev secret about how do you interpret data that's like hard to interpret. How do you tell which data is useful, and how do you pull information out of people saying, wow, this sucks? How to interpret feedback. Okay. How do you make an opponent or boss who's so hard to defeat that only speedrunners can defeat it if they have fully maximized the game character? Okay, so how to properly like scale challenges, and how do you make challenges for high skill players? Okay. On setting priorities, that's a great one. Setting priorities. It's like for this playtest, I have like a bunch of stuff I wanted to fix, but then just didn't. Because I, prioritized other stuff ahead of it. And I was like, well, this is what I'm going to put it out. So, about polish. Okay. Polishing. Polishing is like such a huge concept. So probably need to break it down into like a lot of different areas of polish. Yeah. I'm having a good break playing Tomodachi Life. Nice. Yeah. Tomodachi Life is a nice, like relaxing, take a break mentally kind of game. World generation. Okay. World generation. Yeah. I wonder if I could talk about, like proc gen stuff. It could be interesting. Game dev secret about overdoing game juice. Okay. Overdoing game juice. Yeah, I think because my feedback on that is generally to overdo it, like really juice it up to a ridiculous degree. And then if it's too much, you can dial it down. I think generally people underestimate the amount of juice they should add. Like if you look at like really juicy games like Hollow Knight or Silksong, it's like when you defeat a boss, the whole screen is particles. Everything goes completely nuts. And I think that's like an appropriate amount. Look at Street Fighter. What happens when you hit an opponent in Street Fighter? Look at how many particles cover the screen. The juice goes nuts. So, giving your characters in your game a name. Oh, naming stuff. Oh my gosh. I need to get better at that. Player states, right? State machine. I got that in there. About building your own engine. Okay. Engine building. I was thinking of charging $1 per chapter of size as they release. So 13 chapters or 19 chapters in total, 13 USD. And then adding on the 30% Steam takes. I mean, $1 per chapter seems very, very reasonable. Maybe I have Stockholm syndrome, but I like surges now that I played so much more. Yeah, I mean, that's the issue I ran into, where it's like I've been using them for a long time. So to me, the surges feel really good because I can kind of predict where they're going to go, which made me underestimate the learning curve. I think that's the issue, how to scare off your casual player base. I finished my tacos. I think I'm going to make 2 more. They're so yummy. Nice. Dang, I gotta get me some tacos. How to simplify debugging with dialogue and actions for games. Okay, simplify debugging. Oh, building debug tools. That could be something useful to talk about. I accidentally left one of my debug menus in the playtest, and people found it. People opening up the debug menu and reading my player state machine. How to play your own game. Interesting. How to play your own game. I think that's actually a very interesting concept. I haven't missed a single day checking on my Miis. I was like a perfect streak of checking on my Miis up until I think up until the playtest went live, I was checking on my Miis every day for like, 20, 30 minutes or something. And then couldn't do it. You could talk about input buffering and coyote time. I think input buffering and coyote time were like two of my very first game dev secrets. I think if you scroll all the way back, you get my shorts where I'm like introducing enemies and I put like Ushroot over my head and I'm like, this is an Ushroot. And that format was not ideal. And then my like first, I think my first game dev secret might have been input buffering. So I guess I could. Are you going to play games later? Oh. Are you going to play games later? Yes. I have some games picked out. I'm just, honestly, you guys have been absolutely hitting me with so many good ideas for stuff that I could talk about that, I mean, this list is huge, but if I cover topics y'all are actually interested in, I think that's very good. Yeah, player states, got it. Monarch disagrees with your assessment of Hollow Knight having juice. Monarch would be incorrect. About finishing a game. Okay, finishing a game. Character design. Oh, character design is fun. Character design. How to make characters stand out. Maybe talk about silhouettes. Surges are so fun. I really like surges. They just need some tweaks. Nice. I hope my game never gets speedrun. IDT. Oh, Nikki. The learning curve for surges. Yeah. It's like that's definitely what happened. Is I underestimated the learning curve because I was so used to them. Circle and underscore debug tools, please. All right. Building debug tools. I'm just going to increase the font size and put an underline on it. Okay. S'mores is so excited about it. Yeah, when y'all found the debug menu, S'mores was like, "This is the ideal situation." Luckily, I didn't include the like teleport around menu. And similarly on the debug tools is like the in-engine editor tools and stuff. But yeah, talk about tool scripts. Right. Something being interesting versus being fun. Okay, interesting versus fun. I'm not sure what I would do, but I'll write it down and see if maybe something comes up. My debug tools are print. Oh, log files. I can talk about log files and logging in general because those are so valuable. I wanted to make a better log file system for the playtest so I could have people send me logs if something happened. I ended up not doing it because I was like, ultimately, I don't think it'll be that necessary for what I'm doing for this playtest. But I need to make one before I do any like deeper playtest, especially like one that's like has the actual world map and you can like do things in order and like the story is starting to exist. Like then I will definitely need the more detailed log files. But for the movement playtest, I thought it wasn't as important. So, game to speak about strategy and RPGs, how to give the player many directions without one being. Oh yeah, okay. Balance and option management. Or how to avoid like one overpowered thing dominating the whole game. Like, for example, Charizard. Okay. About color. That sort of goes into post-processing a little bit, but I added water to my tortilla this time. It turned into paste. That's funny. How expensive is your whole setup with everything that goes into it for your studio? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know offhand. I know my camera is pretty expensive. When I started making YouTube videos, it's like I have a really bad perfectionist mindset. And I was like, if I don't have a really good camera, then I'm not going to be able to make good videos. And so I was using it as an excuse to not make videos. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to, I'm going to whip out the credit card and buy this camera so I can't make any more excuses. Customization. Okay. Customization and like skins. Etc. Maybe. What's a tortilla? It's like a little shell for tacos and burritos and such. Over engineering. Oh, over engineering. Okay. Like building for the future and extensibility, as opposed to just making it work right now. Okay. Almost catching up. I didn't record my voice for my first run. I redid it with my voice this time. Nice. Okay. A game to see about not turning tortillas into mush. Sounds good. Balancing player stats. All right. I have balancing on here, but let me add player stats as well. Player stats. Okay, I caught up. Let's go. I made it to the end. We did it. I have 5 or 6 response points. Okay. I included my voice in my recording so Shovel could hear me cry. Right. Dude, I was talking to Insandio the other day, and I was like, for Isadora's Edge version of the Path of Pain, like Hollow Knight had, maybe call it the Trial of Tears in honor of OK. Let's go. Hi, Shovel. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know how it is. I feel like I was in such a I was almost in like a game dev or a game jam mindset for getting the playtest finished. Once I was almost there, I really wanted it to be that weekend. So I just started grinding every last task out. And so I had been sprinting, and like, honestly, the work I did throughout all of May on the playtest was a lot of hours. So once I got the playtest out there for people to play and started watching the feedback, I feel like my brain kind of went into a bit of a foggy state, you know, where it's like after you've, sprinted for so long, you kind of need to catch a breath. But I think I'm finally breaking out of the fog. So hopefully I'll be able to lock in and get some good work done on YouTube stuff. So long time no see, finally caught back up to us. Quests and credits. Okay, quests. All right. Predictions, interesting. And new mechanics. All right, new mechanics and predictions. Okay. All right, I think I got a lot of stuff in here. It'll be interesting to see which of these I can actually turn into something good, but nice. All right, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you sharing your ideas, and hopefully I can give you all some useful information about these kind of things. But that being said, I think we've had some good discussion, and probably it's time to play some ding-dang video games, huh? Let me open up my document. Scroll here. Okay. Oops. Talk about not overworking yourself, maybe. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. That's not my area of expertise, some might say. Okay. We have a game called The Fool King. Boom. Made in Godot. Love to see that. Oh, can't hear the desktop audio. Does it have audio? Can you show your whole studio? Oh, you know, I could do a like what do I use to make games rundown, showing, you know, all my studio lights and my green screen, all that stuff. Okay, it's a little bit loud. Can I turn it down? Nice. Okay. I actually remembered not to turn on desktop audio before controlling for the volume level. Okay. Yeah, give us a tour of your crib. Can't wait for the 100 game dev secrets in the next week. Okay. The Fool King. Markets, stage 1 camp. Info, click on a card or augment to see its details and upgrades. Got card perks. Villagers, mana cost 2. Okay, so my cards can level up. I love the art style. I mean, initially, it's giving Adventure Time, right? Rogue, Giant, Augment. Okay, I don't have augments, don't have markets. All my cards are level 1. It looks like they cost 75, and I have 0 peanuts. I don't got no peanuts. All right. Start battle, I suppose. Love the Adventure Time art, right? Really nice style. Okay. Stage 1 Rebels. Got it. Oh, there's a guy. Oh. Spawn. Alright, so okay, so this is their cost. 5. I got my mana bar. I got 7. Oh. Oh, if I hover the edge of the screen, it'll move. Okay, perfect. Let's put an executioner here to deal with this guy. Back him up with a wizard. My wizard and executioner. Okay, it's a little bit hard to place down on the bottom of the screen. But that's fine. Okay, we got execution wizard here. Maybe give an archer to help out my giant here. Rogue going after my executioner. Let's put some villagers up here to help out my Oh my gosh. That guy is strong. What the heck? We need a wizard to help the archer. Alright. Whew. Close one. Uh-oh. Oh, what? This guy's just ignoring my dude. What the heck? Rogue him? Get him, Rogue. Oh my gosh. Dangerous. Okay, there's a wizard over here. Maybe an archer to help take out this wizard. Oh, I can't put him on the bridge? Oh, I have to put him on my side of the map. I see. Yeah, the wizard does AoE, so maybe overloading down here was a bad idea. Let's put a giant up here. Okay, you two should be able to take out that wizard. It's a wizard and an archer. A barracks? I don't know what that does. Can I? Spawn 8 seconds. I assume this re-rolls my hand. Okay, I'll put a giant down here. Giant should be good against rogue, I think. This feels like a game a character in a show would play. Oh, true! I see what you mean. Okay, these wizards will be protected by this, like, villager horde to do big damage from the back line. That makes sense to me. Okay. Oh! Oh! I get to level up a card. Okay, so my villagers will deal 5 damage and have 50 health with attack speed. My executioners will deal more damage and have more health. Or my archers will deal more damage and have more health. I think I need some good frontliners, so let's put an executioner out. Especially I have an executioner card in hand. Boom. Oh no! Oh, my barracks! No, save the barracks! Okay, well at least we got one last spawn before the barracks went down. Let's put an executioner in the bottom row too. Maybe go deal with that wizard. Let's see. Put an archer to help out this guy. Nice. Executioner is on the wizard. Get another wizard to back up the executioner. Okay, it's a wizard off in the top. Top lane. Oh my gosh, big sword man is tough. Let's put a giant here. Maybe they can go protect the wizard. Oh no, he spawned a rogue on the wizard. What a great spawn. He's a genius. Let's just put some villagers here. I guess another spawn of villagers. We got a whole squad here. Nice. Oh, he spawned a wizard. Another giant. Oh, I should get a rogue. Oh no, wait. The rogue, I can't spawn over here because this is his map. But maybe the... Okay, the wizard melts the villagers. Wizard is like the villager counter. Can the rogue actually get there in time? The rogue can get there in time. Okay, rogue is good against wizards. Wizards. Oh no. Executioner. Oh, dang. He's so fast. Archer? Okay. A little annoying, but sure. Is the rogue good against this sword guy? Let's find out. Nice, a little rogue off. Put a giant here. Maybe we just start building up in the bottom row. Get a wizard behind this giant. But my wizard, they can just spawn directly onto him, right? Seems like, was the barracks just auto-spawning villagers until it got destroyed by that one executioner? Maybe I can use... Oh my gosh, the lancer. Put the executioner on him. Dude, this guy is so annoying, man. Yeah, okay, let's try to build up a big wave. Oh! The wizard seems really good. Let's get some more damage in the backline. And then let's throw out a rogue here to try to help. Alright. Feels like him being able to spawn the rogue directly on my wizard is pretty rough. I want to get my wizard in here. Okay. Okay, we're kind of gaming. Executioner. Let's just overpower this guy. Look at this nice wave of villagers coming out of this barracks, I think. The wizards gets wrecked by... Or the villagers get wrecked by wizards, but there isn't a wizard now, so... let's throw another barracks down. Maybe just get like a huge army of villagers taking them down. Get another archer for the backline. Okay, the rogue ignored the villagers and killed the wizard. A little bit unfortunate for me, but let's get another archer here. Okay, the villagers suck. Villagers are so weak. What the heck? Get a giant here? Oh no, okay. Oh, the Lancer's after the barracks. That's nice. Honestly, I prefer that to losing. I should put another barracks here to protect from Lancers. Actually, what I should do is get a wizard in the backline here. Although he could just spawn a rogue on him, so... Let's Let's get a barracks here to protect against potential lands. They can't even make it to the wizards. They're just getting melted. But I guess these guys are taking aggro, so the wizard can get in there. Let's get another barracks. We need to get a giant in there. Did I miss something? Okay. Wait. Why did my tower take 30 damage? What happened? We get another wizard in the back line. Another archer in the back line. Maybe get another... Let's spawn a lancer, see what he does. Can he actually make it to the wizards? Oh, he's really fast. Maybe he can. Nice. Okay, lancer pretty good there. Another barracks. We're just a long line of villagers for no good reason. Get another executioner to front line. I should have put him a little bit further up, but that's fine. Another archer for the back line. Hopefully the executioner can do okay here. We want to get another wizard out here for the AoE, because we're about to lose that wizard. Okay. And this really feels like a war of attrition, you know? It's like it just keeps going. I'm not seeing a great way to like build an advantage. Just put another giant out? I don't know. Wait for another wizard. Maybe I just need to level up enough so my units are strong enough to like take an advantage, you know? Get another archer in the back line because I got 2 giants. Ooh, level 3 wizard. And then really focus on putting out wizards? Sure. Let's just dump these villagers because they only cost 2. Looks like I still have 2 giants, but let's switch an executioner anyway. Got a lot of villagers here thanks to the barracks. Let's get this barracks down too, because... Are my barracks like slowly dying? Looks like it. What's going on action-wise? Okay, the towers are shooting, but let's get another giant there to tank. Oh, I want to put out this wizard as well. Alright. Nice, the wizard damage is wild. Okay. Let's add another archer to the back line and add a lancer to get up there quickly. And let's dump the... because I want another wizard. Nice, okay. We dumped a lot of cards to get to this wizard. Level 3. Oh, and then a lancer sprinted through. The lancer is so goofy. Alright, let's put another lancer protection here. We want another giant to get to the front line. Probably should have spawned him a little sooner, but that's fine, I think. Nice, okay. That's 1 tower down. Get another giant. Oh, okay, nice. The barracks spawning all those villagers are really tanking against the sword guy. That's pretty nice. Alright, and he spawned a rogue, but he spawned the rogue back here. Maybe the rogue took out a lone wizard, but... sure, let's executioner and get another villagers here. And let's put a wizard here too to try to help take out this guy, because the wizards deal big damage. The lancer is so like he pulls all my units back. Let's get another wizard out there because it's my best unit right now. Nice. Alright, looks like we were taking this down. Another barracks here. Throw an archer into the back line. And nice! Victory is ours! The Fool King. In 9 minutes with 66 enemies killed, we lost 142 units. Destroyed 3 enemy towers. Lost 7 towers. We lost 7 towers. We're on stage 1 of 3. Alright, continue. Oh, so I can buy new units. Or I can buy an augment? Is that what that would be called? Your units deal 20% bonus damage to enemies with more than 500 max health. Or card perks. Oh, I can upgrade my wizard. Splash radius increased and fireballs leave burning ground if I upgrade him twice. The giant can take less damage. Barracks spawn more dudes that are bad. The first charge stuns for 1 second. Throws axes. The rogue invisible to towers and ranged units. Oh, rogues invisible to ranged units is really good. Takes out the enemy wizards that have like huge AoE. Okay, so I think we want to upgrade our wizard for sure. And then let's look at our other options. A novice archer. Mana cost 3. Buy it to add it to my collection, but what does it do? Yeah, I wish there was a way to see like their stats and like how they work. Like, how is this novice archer different than my other archer? You know what I mean? He's purple, I guess. So I don't really know if there's a good difference between these two. I feel like I'm missing some important information. Also, the UI elements here, I think the control nodes are resizing when I go to the card perks, which squishes this down. That's a relatively minor fix. You just make it like so that it doesn't go past this minimum size. But that being said, I don't know how to see this novice archer stats. Swordmaster costs 8. He must be like a wildly strong, right? But I already have some expensive units. I don't know if I want to... Okay, so then Giant Slayer. Do I want to have a better rogue, or do I want to have Giant Slayer? I think I would rather have a better rogue. That's, I mean, mostly what I'm doing is spawning units, right? So let's upgrade the rogue. And then I have 3 peanuts, so let's go to the next stage. All right, and we already got a wizard and a rogue. Perfect. But we don't have any frontline, so let's spawn a barracks, I guess. That'll give us a frontline. Okay, they're in the top. Okay, frontline. Perfect. And then we want to get a wizard behind this giant when we can, because our wizards are good. Oh, my giant can't see the ghost. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we got villagers. Okay, there's some kind of lightning pirate here. Let's get a rogue. Rogue on the lightning pirate. Get him. Mess him up like Mr. Rogue. Nice, nice, nice. Dude, the rogue is cooking him. Let's go. All right. Love Mr. Rogue. All right, let's get another archer in the back line here. Oh, and let's get an archer over here to help with this guy. Wow, that guy's huge. Let's put a rogue right on him, I guess. Dude, the rogue is so good. My shovel is pink. Hey, Metronome, you got the pink shovel upgrade. Let's go. The fancy shovel badge. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's from being a member for, what is it? A year? 6 months or something? Okay. So I think I want to upgrade the wizard. The wizard seems very strong. Dude, the rogue is nuts. Look at him go. He's invisible, so he's just taken everyone down. Okay. Let's put a giant in the front line here, and so we can get a wizard behind him. Right, this wizard's like soloing the top side. All right, wizard soloing the top side is pretty nice. I want to get these villagers out of my hand for another wizard. We love that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. He's probably going to start spawning some kind of assassins onto my wizards in the back line here, but can't do much about that. A big skeleton. Dude, I love the big skeleton. Look at that smack. Oh. Get the villagers out of my hand. Get another rogue just assassinating the top side. Dude, the rogue is so good. Let's take a giant upgrade. A lot more health. Yeah, a lot more health on the giant. Makes for a great frontliner. So I want to get another giant over here. Yeah, there we go. Wait for the giant so we can get him in front of these double wizards. Boom. Oh, and then we can get another wizard behind this giant. They're getting cooked. Oh, this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The lightning AoE is nuts. Okay, he didn't do too much damage, but that lightning AoE was really good. Another giant. Okay. I need to start building up some strength in the top side. Maybe 2 giant off. My giant versus the giant skeleton. Oh, a rogue. Rogue takes down this giant skeleton so easy. Get his ass, rogue. Boom. Put an archer up here as a backline for this giant. And then we need another giant. Oh, those guys are just walking right past the giant. Oh, but the rogue is taking him down. Dude, rogue is so good. What the heck? I'm really glad I upgraded him. Get the villagers out of my hand. I would love to get the villagers out of the deck, actually. There's a better, cheaper unit. Probably not, though. But if I see the opportunity, get another wizard down here. Dude, the rogue is nut. Look at him. Look at him go, my little mans. Okay. Put another archer up here. We got like the archers in the top side and the wizards in the bottom side. I get a level 3 giants. Well, having a level 3 unit just makes it like the obvious one to buy, right? Put an archer on the bottom side. Wow, okay, they got rolled. Is it rogue invisible to the tower too? Yeah, I think so. The rogue is just like cooking everybody. All right, nice. We only got 70 peanuts that time. So I can't actually upgrade any of my cards, sadly. Even my little rogue buddy. What does he get? His next one would be 3 times crit damage. Bye, Vari. Oh, Vari got somewhere to be. I didn't see Vari's message. Well, that'll happen. I'm a beautiful shovel princess. That's true, actually. I too am a shovel princess. We're all shovel princesses on these days. So skeletons cost 3. Your units reflect 15% of melee damage received back to the attacker. Well, that seems just like a nice, useful thing to have. Do I need to like equip it? Okay, equip thorns. I think when you buy an augment, it should probably auto equip if it can. I'm glad I checked this. If I had just gone to the next stage without equipping it, that would have been really frustrating. And so I got pretty lucky that I clicked on this to check it, but I think a lot of players might buy it and just click next stage. So that's something that I would consider, is making them auto equip. I didn't get very much money that round though, so I think we're going to the next stage. All right. The Republic of Fresh Vegetables. All right, we have to deal with some vegetables. All right, let's build up the top side here. Oh, rogue. Okay, let's put these two here, and then we're gonna go rogue. Once he's hitting the giant, we'll spawn the rogue on him. Oh, I love his design. Look at that little broccoli mains. Get him, rogue. Dude, the rogue is unbelievable. That's ridiculous. Put some villagers here to help tank while the rogue murders everybody. Put another wizard in the back line. Dude, look at this guy. That's so unfair. Rogue. What? Okay, well, yep, leveling up my rogue. I love this guy. Let's get a barracks just to get some spawns up here. Build like a permanent front line and put some villagers in front of him too. While the rogue just takes everything down by himself. What are these guys doing? Uh-oh, we need a giant. Protect the front line. Or protect the back line, I mean. Let me get another rogue out there. Yeah, cook him, rogue. Oh, it's a wizard horn. Ah, it's like a little AoE. Why am I taking damage? Okay. Do we upgrade the giant for a better front line or get our wizards cooking? Or just an equipped now prompt? Yeah. If it popped up and was like equipped now, I think that would also work. Just something to make it a little bit more intuitive. Either, I think we probably want a good front line here. I think the giant's going to help us out in the long run. Let's just get this out of my hand and let's spawn a wizard for the back line. Dude, the rogues are ridiculous. That's so unfair. I have found an overpowered unit, I think. They're so lucky they have this like AoE damage over time guy, but even then. Get another giant in the front line. Make sure I didn't miss a rogue running past me. Nice, okay. Dude, the rogues! Rogues might need a slight balance adjustment. Yeah, I think so. They're so good. It's crazy. All right, let's put you in the bot lane. That's so ridiculous. And it's over. Holy smokes. All right, finish the run. Okay, so buy this blank card. Okay, first thing for sure, upgrade my rogue. Max level rogue, 100%. And then all your units move and attack 10% faster. Yeah, seems good. Can I equip both? I can equip both? Okay. All right. New run. There's no way this is balanced. Yeah. So do I still have my upgrades? Are my rogues still broken? I don't know how to know for sure. Let's wait for this guy to show up and then get the giant on him. Get the wizard in the back line. I would like to get my rogues as soon as possible. So I'll spawn this. Ah, they're not giving me my rogues. I don't know. What are you aiming at, bud? The tower? All right. The wizard's range. I feel like the wizard's range might be a little bit... Rogue! My beloved. Cook him, rogue. Is he still invisible? Yep, he still is invisible. Oh, but he got frozen. He lost his invisibility, but it doesn't matter because he's the rogue. He's so good. I love my little rogues. Look at him go. Okay. They almost got him with the freeze tech on their wizard, but please buff rogue. Yeah, I think right now my rogues feel a little bit weak, which, you know, only a minor complaint, but it'd be nice if my rogues are really putting in a little bit more work. Let's just spawn an executioner, maybe help these wizards out. The rogues are busy winning the game. Rogue's like, what back door? Don't mind us. They ignore the towers, they ignore the units, they just don't care. And it's over. And it's over. Victory in 126. Thank you, rogues. Thank you. Holy smokes. Okay. I can't afford anything because the rogues won too fast. All right, next stage. Yeah, I think right now it's just, this game would be fun, but the rogues are just feeling way too weak. So I kind of want to spawn him. Where are they coming in? Top or bot? They're coming in from top. So let's get you way back here and then get ready to spawn a wizard. And then I'll put the rogue directly on their back line. Let the necromancer walk over. I got bad news for you, necromancer. Oh, you're supposed to kill the necromancer, rogue? That's fine. You know what? You're doing your best. Oh, the necromancer can see him. The necromancer can see the rogue. They have a chance. They stand a fighting chance. Okay, rogue's still a little bit too good, but at least they have a chance. Let's spawn an executioner. And let's get another archer in the back line. We want another giant front line. Okay, let's upgrade the wizard. So silly. For a second, they had a chance. Okay, their melee units took out one of my rogues. One of the rogues is down. I honestly didn't think it could happen. I'm sort of proud of what they were able to achieve here. Dude, this lightning like captain guy seems pretty good, actually. His AoE is really nice. He feels like a less tanky but higher damage version of my giant. Rogue! I thought the art looked very Adventure Time at first. Now I suspect they're traced. Oh, they traced Adventure Time stuff? I see, I see. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. But if this is just like for learning purposes, then it's fine. I think if you trace their stuff because you're learning how to do this, that's one thing. A lot different from trying to profit off of it. They're lucky these melee units can hit the rogues. I feel like the first guy has like literally nothing to deal with it. Let's get better wizards. Oh, I kind of slept on my front line. Okay. Yeah, rogue is so good. It's wild. All right. Executioner. Get him, rogue. Hello. Hello, metronome. All right, get another rogue out there because I like to win. I enjoy winning, and rogue is a great way to do that. I get my wizard. Get another wizard out here. We don't really have a front line right now. We just have rogues. We don't have front line. We don't have back line. We just have rogues. Maybe I should get a barracks out here just to spawn some like generic frontliners. Dude, it's so ridiculous. They're so ridiculous. That's unbelievable. The tower can't do anything. Oh. It's skeleton. All right, and the rogues have taken it. Okay. Carrot Archer. Hero Lancer. When your units die, they explode, dealing 40 damage to nearby enemies. That's pretty good. But I feel like maybe I just continue upgrading my units. Like, you know, make my giant take less damage so he tanks better, increase the archer's range. The villagers are bad. At least the villagers I can get out of my hand pretty easy. I don't know what a carrot archer does versus a regular archer, you know what I mean? I guess if I took the last stand, suddenly the villagers become less awful. So maybe I buy last stand here so my villagers have something to do. Sure. Okay. New meaning to rogue and roguelike. True. Rogue's too good. Okay, okay, there's a wizard. Just chilling. Just chilling. He's a very defensive wizard, I guess. A big broccoli man's. Okay. Let's put a giant back here. Good, he just walk right over the river. He doesn't care. Alright, and let's get an archer to help support him. Get a wizard to help support him. Don't worry. Don't worry, the savior is coming. Oh, rogue. Oh no, rogue might get hit by the AoE on the giant. Okay, no, he's safe. Get some villagers out here for the AoE explosions. Get archer in the back line. Oh no, rogue's getting hit with the AoE. But he's so ridiculous. What is that, man? Dude, look at it. It's... Oh, okay. The guy... I think that might be an AoE taunt on Broccoli Man. Okay, level up rogue. I think that might be AoE taunt on Broccoli Man, which took the rogue off of the wizard. So the rogue actually went down. But not until after he had literally just, like, slain everything on his own. Atomic must go. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Atomic. I'll see you next time. Let's put some villagers down. Rogue! Get the rogue out into you. Boom. Big damn. Alright. The rogue, I think, is getting AoE down here. Oh, he's so good. It's actually insane how good he is. Dude, look at that damage. Rogue up. Dude, he's just cooking him. Oh, rogue. Video games are fun, am I right? Oh, how far to the right can I go? Oh, wow, pretty far, actually. Well, it was nice knowing you. Oh, wow, that guy's cool. Like a hot pepper? Okay. Okay, finish the run. Your towers regenerate health. That's actually pretty good, but I have 144. I can take an upgrade. Wait, why do I have Corn Wizard? What? When did I get this? What? Why do I have... What? Why do I have a Corn Wizard? What did it replace? Did it replace anything? Explain? I don't know where I got this Corn Wizard, but I guess he's here now. Okay, since I took the augment that makes my units explode when they die, having extra villagers means more explosions. So that might actually, the extra villagers per deploy might actually be pretty good here. So let's take that, especially because it makes it easier to dump them out of my hand too. And then let's take the tower regeneration just because it's basically free. Oh, you can only have 3 equipped, I see. Okay, well, that was a waste of money then, but all right. Take a drink. Good idea, good idea. All right. I would love to get a rogue out here to deal with that wizard. Actually, you know what? Let's get a lancer to get up on that wizard as soon as possible. Nice. Okay. Oh, rogues! Let's go! Best unit, best unit. Nice. All right, rogue's cooking them. Would be nice to see how many augments you can add before maxing out the slots. Yeah, I wish it would have said somewhere that there was a max of 3 augments. Like, that would have definitely changed. Oh, let me deal with this guy. Oh, well. Changed what I did there. So just the more information the player has, the better, generally. Because, like, a lot of the fun in video games is making informed decisions, right? Informed decision-making is, like, the essence of video games. So just giving me that information so that I can make informed decisions about my build would be really nice. Okay, this wizard can see my rogue, so they actually do stand a chance, but not a big one. They don't stand a very big chance, because the rogue can still... sure, let's upgrade the wizard. Not sure it matters. At this point, we're just... The rogue reminds me of the bomb in the game the other week. Oh, right, yeah, where you just threw the bomb and it completely cleared the stage. Yeah, the rogues just cook them. Every 20 seconds, spawn a friendly villager at your king tower. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice augment. Probably not worth the money. Okay, I think maybe we just finish this run and call it, because I feel like I've sort of... It's the same 3 stages over and over again. It feels like they're not even really advancing in there. Let's hide a barracks back here. Get some villagers going. Get a giant to tank. Yeah, get a tank over here. And I kind of want to put some villagers directly on the necromancer so they explode on him. Yeah, I want to do this. Wow, they didn't even need the explosions to take him out. That's pretty good. Oh, rogue! My king! Oh, rogue is so good. Nice. Get him, villagers. Oh, the AoE. Are my cards lower than they were previously? Level up the rogue, obviously. Oh, they lift up when I can actually play something. I see. That's actually a really nice touch. Full credit on that. That's actually very, very convenient. I would like more rogue spawns, if possible. Can they see this guy? Does the giant... I think the giant doesn't see this guy. Maybe the lancer will? Okay, yeah. And let's just get a rogue going in the top lane. He can pretty much handle it himself. Get another wizard over here. Oh, I need to put a giant down so there's a front line. Dude, the rogue. He's just taking him down. The necromancer can see the rogue, right? Yeah, the necromancer can, but unfortunate for him, it doesn't matter. Let's get a giant here to front line for these wizards. And let's put another barracks down. This time let's barracks the top side. That rogue is going to town on him. Another rogue. Nice. Oh, and another rogue. All right, we... I think we're going all the way on this one. Okay, rogue traded with vampire. Yeah, coughing giant versus hydrogen rogue. All right, and I think we got one more shop. The pepper priest was pretty nice, actually. Necromancer. I don't have any more augment slots, so I should probably just upgrade what I'm already working with, rather than trying to do a new one. Well, you know, maybe we play around with a new one. The necromancer spawns skeletons, and the skeletons will explode thanks to my last stand. And all my units reflect and move faster, so spawning more units is pretty good. So what do I replace? Deck editor? Okay, I can have 8 units. I have 8 units. So if I buy this necromancer, go to my deck editor, definitely not getting rid of the rogue. The necromancer is very similar to a barrack, right? Because he spawns skeletons. I kind of like the barracks. You know what? Let's get rid of the executioner. I feel like he's serving a very similar purpose to the giant. So let's try necromancer, see how that goes. All right, next stage. Try out a new unit. Am has returned from teaching. Welcome back, Am. Good to see you. And I guess necromancer is like the super early spawn. Just use 8 points and start regening. Rogue! Rogue is back, baby. Rogue is back, baby. Oh, the necromancer also spawns the ghost. I didn't realize that. Alright, take him down, Rogue. Oh, am I taking damage? Rogue is absolutely cooking him, as expected. Get some villagers here to help protect the necromancer, if I can. And get a wizard with a necromancer. Nice. Using the palette swap here to make a necromancer, which is different from just a regular wizard, I think is a smart use of assets. Because it's very clear those are 2 different things. But you know what? We're going necromancer this time. Let's try it out. Like a rush build, kind of. And my rogue is still alive. Of course he is. And we got another rogue. Oh, it's so over for him, man. How can you know? How can you make a game where you know when a streamer's streaming it or making a video that came directly into the game? I'm not sure I 100% understand the question. Get another necromancer out here. Is my rogue still alive, cooking in the backline? Probably not. He must have gone to... Nope. Okay. He's still there. Never underestimate the rogue. They get it done. That's for sure. Oh, and the ghost spawns from... The ghost spawns from the necromancer also kind of work like rogues. How did... I thought this guy has AoE taunt. How did nothing start hitting him? That's so funny. Oh, rogue! Nothing else matters. Boom. Get him, rogue. Okay, giant actually just 1v1 broccoli man. Nice. Okay, yeah, another thing that's nice is that crazy garlic with the AoE, nice. Another thing about the art style for this game is the fact that it's not pixel art, it's just 2D art, means you can scale things a little bit more freely. So in addition to palette swapping the wizards, you could also make the necromancer like smaller or bigger even. Or you can make the regular wizard smaller or bigger. That way it's a palette swap and a size change, so it's obvious that it's like a completely different unit. I think you were doing that for the broccoli guy. Like the broccoli guy, the smaller one was green and small, and then the white one was big. So I think that's a really great way to reuse assets in a way that's like very clear to the player that like the large white broccoli man is different from the smaller green one. And then the green one had like an AoE taunting like green particle effect thing going on. So it felt very different from the white one, even though they're using the same base sprite and animations. Additionally, you can even change the speed of the animations, right? It's like you can make it so that the necromancer's animations play much slower than the wizard's animations, so that it feels like the necromancer is slower. And then you also make him bigger and change his color. You can also, even if you want to, like apply shader effects on top of them to give them even more of a difference. So there's a lot of stuff you can do to reuse your art assets in a way that like lets you make a lot more content out of not needing as many art assets. So stuff like that I think works really well. Yeah, let's think critically about this game and see what we can suggest for improvement-wise. So let me just send out some random upgrades and turn off the sound so we can discuss. So I think one big issue is that the game started off really, really slowly. Like, when you first start playing, it's like these early waves take forever to get through. And that's not like the most engaging experience. In addition, oh, this wizard can actually see, even though he's a ranged unit. Is there a difference between ranged and magic units? I don't know how to tell. But the game started off extremely slow, and it took me a long time before I even got my first level to like level up a unit. And so it took me a while before I really got to, get into the game. And I think that can be a big risk, right? Because like, during the first like 10 minutes of gameplay, I was basically just like clicking cards without thinking too much, just kind of putting stuff down. And that can really like hamper the onboarding experience. And now that I'm strong, it's like, I don't really have to think too hard about my decisions because my rogue is really powerful. I have this powerful necromancer. I got some good augments. It's like the early game took some thought because there was like stuff to do. And it was relatively easy to get overwhelmed. So I had to like constantly put like, oh, add something to my ranged unit, add something to my front line. But it was just like going through the motions of like doing those things over and over again. And now I don't really have to even think too much. Like my rogues are already winning. It's only been a minute and 20, you know what I mean? So that's one thing that I think would definitely improve the game is if instead of being a bit of a slog the first couple and then a total pushover in the later rounds, if instead you had the early rounds were like quicker wins, so you got to get to a build a little bit faster, like start up your build a little quicker, into having much more difficult later rounds that you actually have to have a good build to get through. Like I have these really powerful rogues, right? And I have some other cool stuff in my build. I got some cool augments. I have sort of like the synergy between like spawning extra units and the explosives. So almost like a dive bombing sort of with like the skeletons from the necromancer. I think that's like a pretty cool build. And it'd be interesting to have to test that against like more powerful opponents. But right now I'm basically just going through the same couple waves over and over and over again, without really getting to anything more interesting to sink my teeth into with what I put together. Right. So I'm not getting to explore. Mr. Shovel, do you know how to make a game detect when it's being recorded or streamed? So what you would want to do is look for if like OBS or other common streaming softwares are being run on the computer, right? You can detect if OBS is running. You can detect if Streamlabs is running. That's what I would do. That's my first thought, is if OBS is running on the computer, assume it's being either recorded or streamed. And then you might be able to do some kind of detection to see if it's actually being streamed or recorded, but then if you wanted to be alerted of that, you would need to set up some kind of metrics or whatever that you can get sent to some kind of server that you can go check the data of your game and make like an alert system so that when it detects OBS is running, you will know. But then you have to like get those analytics sent to your server. So you want to make sure your player opts in to having their information being reported like that. So that's like how you would do it, I think. There might be a more sophisticated way to detect if it's being streamed or recorded, but that's my first thought. You can look into it, is what I would suggest. But yeah. So I think right now the check for signatures are the most common piracy sites, anti-piracy strat, but for stream detection. Yeah, basically. The only time I can think of a dev hooking into their game, they used it to ruin the game. It was really rude, I think. Oh, really? Really? I know that, I think DDLC used it, right? To tell if someone was recording. Yeah, so I think the difficulty curve of this is very off. It would also be interesting to get a preview of the next army I'm facing to help me make more informed decisions, right? If on that like the pre-combat screen, if I could see that next time up against the vegetable army, here's their loadout. And I know they have really powerful anti-rogue tech. So I'm like, okay, my rogue's not going to be that good here, so I'm going to leave it behind and bring something else, But that requires to have more than 3 different types of enemy kingdoms, and requires having the enemy kingdoms have some sort of randomness to the units they bring. Right now, I think I'm in the exact same loop of 3 types of units. You know what I mean? Where it's like this faction with their deck, then this faction with their deck, then this faction with their deck. And it almost seems like they sort of play their cards in a very similar order too. The AI in the very first round, it seemed like they were dropping rogues on my wizards in a way that felt like I was almost playing against a human. Like that was a very cool experience of feeling like I'm actually against someone with like a similar set of abilities to me. But then in the later rounds, that just totally went away when my rogues were just killing their towers and they had nothing they could do about it. It felt like I was playing against a silly AI, you know? Hey, Luna, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so I'd say that's one thing for sure to consider, is making sure that the enemy always feels like they have some kind of options against your strategy, even if you end up like blowing through them. Because I think it can be fun to blow through enemies, but I'm not any closer to a difficult challenge, you know? It's like, I want to get to a point where my rogues actually get tested. I have to adapt. I have to like, you know, make good decisions. And on the decision-making front, I think also this screen, the Ice Wizard, seems cool. What does he do? I don't know. There's no way to, I know he costs 7. I know if I buy it, it'll add it to my my collection. But like, but what does he do? I don't know how to see that. I don't think I can. And if I go to my own cards, I can see that he costs 4, and I can see what his abilities are if I level him up. But what does he just do generally? I don't know. Can I see it in the deck editor? No. And yeah, and so there's no way to really tell what my cards are going to do. The augments are very clear. I think the augments work. They know, I can tell what the augments are going to do. What languages can I speak? English. I'm trying to learn Japanese, and I have tried to learn Mandarin a little bit, but it's very difficult. But yeah, so I think the augments make perfect sense. They work well. You should probably have them auto-equip if you still have open slots when they get purchased, because otherwise you're going to have people buy something and go in, and that's a very negative experience. But yeah, I think giving me more ability to make informed decisions, like let me see the enemy's loadout so that I can decide what I want to do. And then also, right now, the amount of strength increases I get between stages is very low. Like I don't get that much money. I get 29 peanuts. I can't even afford a card or an augment or I literally can't afford anything. So the only thing I can do going into the next round is change my deck. And so because that's all I can do and I can't see the enemy's loadout, like there's nothing to do other than just click next, right? And that's very underwhelming, right? Between stages, I want to be able to make cool decisions about my build, maybe buy some cards to change it up. And I think that's something you should lean into, right? I think there should be like a reroll here that costs some peanuts, and I can buy several more cards, and then I can start upgrading cards, and then I can like get a bunch of different augments, like, and I can maybe even upgrade my augments. I can spend peanuts to upgrade haste into haste 2 or whatever. Like, lean into the roguelike elements here to give me more decisions to make, and then make the game harder. You know, make more difficult challenges that I have to like really figure out how to get past. And then on that note, right now you have the 3 stages that are just looping, and I think that's probably a factor of like time of making content, right? It's like not quick to make content, so it's probably you want to have more stages and it's just not there yet. But I think that's going to be very important. I think ideally you want to have it build up until like a boss, right? Right, I would say like after these 3 stages, I should have to fight a difficult boss and then do 3 more stages that are even harder and then another more difficult boss, right? Very like Slay the Spire coded, right? Where it's like, I want to have fun with my overpowered cards and see if my cool build works. And I don't really get to do that if I'm not going up against a difficult challenge that actually requires me to have a good build, right? If normally like I get to like the Onion Knight guy, right? And he's the vegetable version that drops a lot of onions and his onions all like explode and stuff. And I know the Onion Knight guy is really powerful, but then I get there on like, it's like my 4th or 5th run, I get there and my build just totally crushes over the onion guy. Then I'm like, yeah, okay, my build's really good, right? That's fun. But right now, I don't have any way to experiment or play around with my cool build. I think your menus are really clean. I feel like the UI looks really nice. I feel like the art on the cards looks good. I think the animation style is very simple, but it works. I think the like goofy guys like running around, like it works. It gets the idea across. It feels very Adventure Time. So I think that's all good. But I need more information here so I can make better decisions. Like this is so clear. You know, your units deal 20% bonus damage to enemies. But what does the bald vampire do? I have no idea. I know he's bald. The only thing I know about this card is that he's bald and he's a vampire. But yeah, so that's one thing I would lean into. And then you could even experiment with more like synergistic stuff, right? Like this is a vampire. This is a hero card. for one, it seems like every single card is either a hero or a building. I would lean into some of almost the more Magic the Gathering type aspect stuff. Like this should be like a, you know, an undead creature instead of a hero or whatever, right? Then you can have augments that affect your undead, right? This is a wizard. And you have lots of wizards, like the Necromancer is a wizard, the hero, the wizard is a wizard. So having an augment that's like your wizards fire like 20% faster, right? And you can do a primarily wizard build, like stuff like that. I think that would be very, very satisfying, right? I'm going like wizard build. So I need my ice wizard, I need my Necromancer. I'm just hunting for the wizard cards. And then I put some big tanks out and then let my wizards go to town in the backline, you know, stuff like that. The vampire hunts for minoxidil. Yeah, so I think you have a very promising foundation here. Like I think the mechanics, like dropping your units, spending your mana, managing all of that works really well. I never had to reroll my hand, and honestly, the rerolling mechanic, I don't know why I would reroll. It just feels like playing cards is better unless I desperately need a rogue, so I click reroll. But I also don't know how that worked at all because I never clicked it. So maybe rethink that. I'm not 100% sure. Let me go see how rerolling works. So let's say I don't want any of this. Let's say I play my rogue. I put my rogue here to go take care of the Necromancer. They're like, I don't want any of this. Let me reroll. Okay, nice animation for it. I got a tax collector. Okay, so it seems like it's not a reroll. It's just some random stuff happens. Interesting. Necromancer took care of my rogue. Okay, so it's not a reroll. It's have a random event occur, and the event can be good or bad. That's interesting. Let's put a wizard way back here. Oh, Necromancer. Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that being said, I think you have something very promising. I think the art is very cute. I love the animation style of it. Feels almost just like, you know, cartoons smacking each other. So, just upgrade wizard. I like the way the animations work. I think this is very cute. I think the way you're reusing your assets is very smart. Like clearly this pirate guy is using like the torso of the tank, but scaled down, given different pants, giving a wizard hat, and like, oh, is it like a Frankenstein maybe? Something like that. Put some this right here. Yeah, so I think like you have some really good stuff going on here with the way the stuff is working. And I like that you have like different factions. So I think continuing to lean into that is like the way to go, rogues. And then, you know, lean into the roguelike elements, like really figure out what makes it a solid roguelike, you know? Oh, the vampires can handle rogues. Okay. So it's nice that this guy actually has something that can deal with rogues to some degree. Just doing some video editing before submitting my Isadora playtest video. Nice. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch your playtest, Bing J. I also have Tofu's to watch after this too. But yeah, so really great stuff. Also, the music does get really, I like the song. It gets really repetitive that it's the only track. It just, this one track keeps going. So maybe having different tracks for the different environments. I think a lot of the advice on this is that you have something promising. Oh, the other thing that's a little bit annoying is like, I can only spawn units over here, but if I want to see what's happening near their base, I have to scroll all the way over here. And while I'm watching a fight here, I literally can't spawn anything. So it almost makes me not want to watch what's happening over there, which is not ideal. So maybe, yeah, I don't know exactly how to fix that. Maybe it's not even an issue. It's something worth experimenting though. The fact that like I can't watch the core fight over here and spawn at the same time. It feels like mostly the game should be a struggle about holding this position, right? Like this is the really valuable position. If you're over here fighting against your towers, that means something bad has happened. But additionally, the towers are such like a strong unit because they can like shoot enemies. So you can like build up an army while your towers help you defend, which I think is like strategically kind of interesting. So, you know, it's not like it's necessarily the worst decision in the world. But yeah, I think more interesting dynamics of like fighting in this little area could be cool, I think. But everything looks like Adventure Time, kind of. Look at the Lancer. Yeah. It's very Adventure Time coded with the art. And yeah, as long as you didn't trace it, I think that's a good thing. I think looking like Adventure Time is probably very good for the game because I think Adventure Time is very popular. I didn't realize just how popular Adventure Time is. The other day I was looking at like their stats and it was like their like amount of watchers on Adventure Time was like massive. I didn't know that that's how it worked. Necromancer is a really good unit. Can spawn like a frontline for itself while dealing good backline damage. That's cool. But yeah, I think I've given most of my thoughts here. But yeah, I would say it's very fun. I like the game. I just have already, like, by the time I finished the first like 3 or 4 fights, I had gotten my fill, and the very first fight kind of slogged on for a long time. So it's like, if I wasn't doing a playtest to give feedback, maybe I would have like kind of lost interest because of how long it took me to get through the first battle. And I wouldn't have even got to the fun part of like making my cool rogues and having fun with the rogues. But then from that point, once I got the rogues, I had a couple of fights where it was fun seeing them like steamroll over everything. And then it's just like, you know, repetitive, the same stuff I did before. So, I don't even watch Adventure Time. I know that it's massive. I knew it was popular. I didn't realize it was that popular. Looks like the villager looks a little off model from the ones in Adventure Time, so it looks more referenced than traced. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I think, you know, using the Adventure Time art style, like referencing it, is a lot better than tracing it. Yeah, probably referenced. If it's not like, if it doesn't line up for tracing, then, you know, I don't want to throw any accusations at anybody. But yeah, I think you have something really cool on your hands. I would just work on making it a fuller experience. I think that's the key takeaway, right? Is that it doesn't feel like a full experience yet. It feels like a prototype of something that could be fun, and I think it's a good prototype. So yeah, good work. I would be excited to playtest this again in a couple months if you continue developing it and making it into that sort of full game. Okay, cool. Let me go back to talking head view so I can pull up the next game. All right. Okay, so when I opened this game is called Mirror Hero. When I opened this game yesterday, I would like to apologize for that. I forgore to check the sound before I turned it on. So I apologize for your eardrums. Time for a snack since it's 5:30 a.m. I haven't eaten since dinner. Nice. Yeah, it's 2:30. Okay, I can keep going. I ate a nice Greek yogurt parfait before the stream, so going off of that energy. Piano of ear explode. Okay, I think volume-wise it should be good now. Okay, that's not. So, I tested this yesterday to make sure it worked. And this is the journal of a hero, and that hero is me. During my last expedition, I stumbled upon a strange pocket mirror. As the night fell, the mirror started to emit a bright beam towards the sky. Was it out of curiosity, or did I wish to prove myself? In any case, I followed the call of the mirror, and it led me to the Forsaken Cradle Land. Okay, so one thing that stands out to me, by the way, when I tested this, I just skipped through the dialogue to make sure the game, like, launched. You made me smile and laugh, Bing J. Oh, what did Bing J say? Oh, let's see. Oh, 2:30? That's dentist time. Nice. Yeah, this font, it's a pixel art font, and some people cannot read this. For example, Insandio would have no idea what this says. Insandio cannot read pixel art fonts, so you do have to be a little bit careful with it. The 1-bit pixel art style up here, really sick. Love this. This, difficult to read. Led me to the Forsaken Cradle Land. Affirming my disbelief in the fables revolving around this eerie island, I landed my ship. The guiding light then showed me a concealed door carved in the cliff. For how long has this door remained shut? I have never heard of this place. My mysterious artifact opened the way once more, and the adventure started. Okay, so when I opened this, I just wanted to make sure it worked. And I got here, I started hitting the buttons, and it seemed like it worked, except for I can't go left. A does not work. WSD works, A doesn't. It's Q. It's QWSD, which is quite rough. The controls QWSD, not great. WASD feels way better. So, that's just something to keep in mind. Too many of those letters look like the other letters. Yeah. Having an accessibility setting somewhere that can turn the pixel art font into something more readable would be really good. But yeah, so the game works, but I am playing on QWSD, which feels very strange, but we're just going to give it a try anyway. Hey, it's Monarch. What's up? Is that an enemy? Oh, yep, it is. Do I have to, like, ping pong it back? I do, okay. We're playing tennis. Oh. Push me out of the room. Oh, I see. Okay, there are two of them. Okay. Okay. I cannot explain to you just how difficult it is to move with the Q. Okay, nice. Okay, I tried to double hit there, but I basically just need to not go for that, I think. Double hitting a little bit too hard. Nice. Okay, I leveled up. Let's go. Without morning farter server, I suffer from monarch withdrawals. Blast, chaos, or laser. What do they do? Blast? Okay. That's an instance of like, I would love to make an informed decision there. It's like, with roguelikes, one of the most fun parts is thinking about the cool stuff to upgrade your run. I don't know what any of this does. I mean, attack range plus, I can guess. Makes my mirror bigger. But what's gun? Is dash just lets me dash? Okay, so I earned myself a dash ability, and I earned myself a special ability. But I don't know how either of them really work or anything because of the lack of information. Oh, okay. They can shoot in an angle. Oh my gosh. Nice. Okay. So, energy max plus. I think this is probably maximum energy for my special. More blasts. Maybe makes my blast ability better. Or dash cooldown. Okay, let's upgrade my dash ability. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna die. Nice. Attack plus, item damage plus, or invincible dash. Okay, invincible dash seems good. I just need to get used to using it. Nice. Playing tennis. Alright. Got 1 health and a dream. Uh-oh. Okay, these enemies actually chase me. Uh-oh, I woke them up. Looks like I'm dead. We're back to the start. Alright, restart. Okay, now I have a little bit better understanding of what's going on. Okay. Wake up this enemy and try to deal with it. Boom. Okay, it explodes when it dies. Good to learn. Parry, okay, heal for sure. Okay, so now my special ability is a heal. That seems way better than what I had before. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, the QWSD is so difficult. Oh my gosh. All right. Fast or heal? Energy max or attack plus? Let's take attack plus. There's still an enemy. Did he get knocked out of bounds? Well, pretty easy, pretty easy. Attack range. Okay, I like that. And then let me cast my heal, see how it works. It gives me 1 heart. Oh, and it uses my full energy bar. Okay. Okay, I don't have to play tennis to fight. I can just smack him. So it looks like they take way more damage. Oh, health plus. I'll take that. Looks like they take way more damage from tennis than they do from getting smacked. Nice. Revenge. Don't know what that does. Faster heal. Okay, let's take revenge. Maybe that deals damage when I take damage? Nice. Okay, I'm level 5. Love that for me. I almost have a heal charged. Smack him. Nice. I think I got him. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, alright. Down this way. Okay, this is the starting room. Oh, that feels like an enemy that vanishes but gives you extra. What's foresight? Oh, that lets me see the whole map, I guess. Okay, so I've been in those rooms, so I just go around. I think there should be a tooltip that explains all the options. Yeah, I think a tooltip on the options is very important. Because right now I just have no idea what I've even taken. Some of them are a little bit more straightforward, like the heal and the dash, but if you don't intuit exactly how it works just from the name, you're kind of out of luck. Okay, so it looks like revenge is when I take damage. Oh my gosh. Dude, all right, the movement. All right. Level up. Okay, I got a lot of options. Do I get more options because of Foresight, maybe? Unholy Pact. Or Health Plus. Or Energy Gain Plus. Let's take Health Plus. So can I heal with my Health Plus? Yes, I can. All right, I kind of wanted to get Unholy Pact, whatever that is. Dude. Whew. All right, QWSD is tough. Okay, okay. All right, nice. Shovel, I just wasted the time it took you to read this message. True. He's built different. Ow! Dude, I actually didn't see him spawning. Maybe he was underneath my sprite. It's possible. I don't have enough for a heal yet. Faster heal. Attack speed plus. Attack speed plus. Pretty nice. Take health plus just to make sure I don't die here. Go on to the left. Okay. Left. The reason for Q instead of A, I feel like it might be a bug, like with the implementation. Okay. Revenge doesn't seem very good on enemies that have a knockback on hit. Yeah, and also I feel like it's getting me into some tough situations where maybe I'm getting a little bit cooked. Is this a boss? I think this might be a boss. Sick animation. The 1-bit animations here are really awesome. Oh, to the left. Okay. I can move. I can move. Oh. I never took dash. I wonder if never taking dash makes this... Right, when he starts at that, I need to get as far away from him as I can. Nice. Oh, he's using the burst. Okay, nice. Nice dodge. Get away, get away. He's gonna start. Can he heal? Nice. We're locked in. Can he heal? Uh-oh, can I heal? Nice. Okay, cannot heal. Oh, it caught me with the very edge. All right, I think I can't play this with the QWSD, actually. Also, that boss fight, I think, was lasting maybe too long. Yeah, I think, let me turn off the desktop audio. Let me give it, you know what, let me give it one more run. Let me give it one more run. Gun. What does gun do? Okay, blast seems virtually useless. I think this boss would be more interesting if the first AoE was directly under you, like the first circle. I can never move around with QWES. Yeah, and this one isn't even QWES. This is QWSD. So the controls are the real boss. Okay. Parry, blast, gun. None of these seem as good as heal. Try gun. Oh, it just shoots. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. Not bad. Bigger gun. Sure. We're doing gun build. So I can just shoot. Attack range plus, dash, or energy gain plus. Attack range plus seems pretty valuable. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. vertical explosion. Unholy Pact. What's that do? Gonna be honest, I don't know what Unholy Pact does. Did it change my HP? Okay, these guys are so obnoxious. I don't understand what they're doing. Maybe... Okay, Foresight, Attack, plus Energy Max. Energy Max plus for better gun. Nice. I think this is my max health. And I think Unholy Pacts changed. Did I, like, give up my ability to heal? Laser or dash? I think dash is probably pretty valuable for the boss fight. Oh, I think I might be dead here. Oh, there's a secret path? Okay, I guess that's what Foresight's good for. Item damage plus, Foresight, or energy gain. Energy gain, I guess? I really need to heal. ESDF to move actually wouldn't be a problem. ESDF would be totally fine. QWES for queens. Was there any meta progression? No, I don't think so. I think it's just like each run is just its run. Oh, well, I was in my gun animation. Okay, I think taking gun was not good. Okay, heal. Thank goodness. Okay. I really don't know what the you know what? Nope. Health plus attack. Attack plus. Attack plus again. Nice. Okay, 2 attacks is good. I do not rock with those enemies. I will not be interfacing with them. Okay, ow. Wrong keys. Nice. Okay, I think I want dash here. Pretty good. All right, and then I use my heal. Nice. Okay, okay. We're doing good. I'm trying to run to the left. I think probably attacks V, huh? Revenge was a pointless upgrade. There's just... Oh. In some game engines, this is set to allow multiple buttons to do the same thing, meaning that A and Q can do the same thing in this game, for example. But A doesn't do anything. But I'm pressing the... You might be able to hear. This is me pressing the A button, if you'd like to hear it. And this is me pressing the Q button. So... okay. There's just so many enemies. No, I'm out of here. Let's just fight the boss. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have dash against him this time. That might make things easier. Oh, okay. If he does that like shining thing, it'll do like an AoE around himself. Okay. Don't hit him when he's doing that. That's like a... Ah, okay. You can't dash cancel your attack. That's rough. I would like to wait for an opportunity to heal. But finding an opportunity to heal is rough. I'll just go for it. Oh my gosh. Alright. Seems like he does. I didn't realize he did a big dash to you. Oh. With that attack in particular. Because usually I have to stay pretty close to him to whack him with my mirror. Okay. Nice. Almost got another heal. But wait for him to do a different attack. We actually got to heal off mid-fight. Unbelievable. Nice, nice. Okay. Gotta play safe until I get my dash back. Oh, ooh. Did not need to dash there. Okay. Wait for another attack. And then go for a heal. That was extremely dangerous on my end, but, you know, we survived those. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky, you know? Oh, did I get him? At the end? Phase 2? Oh, I can probably reflect those. Oh, I see how that works. Oh, I bet that's big damage. Okay. Ah, my dash was on. I think maybe my dash cancel got stuffed. Attack the wrong way. Nice. Oof. Wait for him to do his teleport thing. Oh, come on. Okay, we gotta heal off. Divine Providence. Okay. Okay, remember this has a new thing at the end. Ah, come on. There's a thing at the end. He has a hitbox on himself when he teleports around. Okay, yeah. Let's think critically about this game and see if we can give it some feedback. Okay, so it seems like the boss healed just then. Yeah, so I think, for one, the art style is really nice. I think the art style is really, really cool. I think you did a great job with the 1-bit pixel art. And I think the WASD thing, I thought it was working for a second there. No. The WASD thing, I think, is just like a bug that, like, for some reason, maybe on the web build or on different browsers or something, you can't use WASD. You can only use QWSD. So I think that's just a bug to fix, but it really does hurt the gameplay because it makes it so much harder to move around and aim properly. But I'll not hamper on that because I don't think you intended for that to be the control scheme, you know? I'd say right now, the biggest thing about this game is I think the balance is a little bit like, uh-oh, I don't have my dash. Parry Chaos. I don't know what Chaos does, but let's find out. Did Chaos just deal a damage to me? I think like the balance is a little bit off because you kind of get into these rooms with like 100 million enemies like really quick. Which makes it a little bit hard to get a run going. And the game is very punishing. Now, it might be partially so punishing because of the controls, but that's hard to know for sure. Chaos. Okay. I really don't know what's going on with that. And so I think in the last run I did, before I got to the boss, there were some rooms that I just chose not to fight anything because there was just too much stuff on the screen, you know? And I was like, that much stuff is like just too much for me to deal with. I'm just going to take like 1,000,000 damage. It's not even worth it to try to level up in here. Also, I really feel like the dash is kind of core to the moveset. I feel like dashing around is very fun and like makes dodging stuff more possible. So locking it, is this the last game? What time is it? It is 2:50. So no, I don't think this is the last game. Hydrate. Yeah, I'll get some water after I finish feedback on this. I think the dash is a little bit too core to the moveset to be behind like a roguelite upgrade or, you know, behind a choose 3 because like, I feel like I need it. I rolled a 5. I don't know what that does. I feel like it makes the gameplay so much more enjoyable. And it's like, it feels strange to me after having it in the last run. It feels strange to me not to have it now, you know? So that's one of those things I might consider just giving the player. I still don't have it. Unholy Pact. I don't know what that does. Oh, and that changed my ability. Very generous on the hitbox to actually knock this back. But yeah, so I think I would consider just giving the player dodge. Yeah, there's so many enemies on the screen. Dash. And I think I needed dash to survive there, and I died anyway. Yeah, I pressed A to go to the left instead. Yeah, so I think probably putting dash as a core ability is good. Then also, I think the upgrades are very fun. I think the upgrades make a lot of sense. But you definitely need some kind of tooltip or explanation for what each of the upgrades do. I wonder if you can bounce back the big laser from the boss. Yeah, I assume not. Maybe you can. I didn't try it. What's laser? Oh, that's the boss's laser. Makes sense. So all of the boss's moves are my upgrades. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think that's a fun decision. Oh, I didn't have enough energy. I was trying to cast my laser. The enemy looks like he's stuck in the wall. Oh, okay, dash, nice. I feel like you basically mandatory to take dash as soon as it's offered. Okay, yeah, he's stuck in the wall. That's free experience for me, baby. Stronger laser, energy max plus. Okay, stronger laser, I guess. Yeah, so I think that's so stupid. I should have expected that, huh? Yeah, and I feel like the mirror, like the smacking attacks back at the enemy, is like a more interesting combat. It's almost like Ganondorf, you know? It's almost more interesting than just like hitting him with the mirror itself. So I would probably want to work a little bit more of that into the boss fight, but probably on a different boss. I think right now, this was a jam game, right? Oh no, okay, this was just a roguelike. Okay. I got this confused with a different game. I think right now, I don't know if there's more after that first boss, but it feels like right now the game is balanced around that being like the difficult final challenge type of situation. But I think it like just ramps up too quickly. Like that boss fight lasted forever. And in a roguelike, I think it's a little bit more frustrating because in, you know, if this wasn't a roguelike, if this was a Metroidvania or something, right? Then I respawn at the checkpoint and I get to take another stab at the extremely difficult boss. And I think that's very fun. I think grinding difficult bosses until you can beat them is sick. But for a roguelike, it's like I have to make it all the way to the boss again. And that can be extremely frustrating. It's like the same frustration problem that people have with runbacks, right? Where it's like when you're playing a Metroidvania and you kill a boss and then you get spawned way, really far away and you have to do a whole run back to get to the boss again. That's kind of what's happening here, where it's like this, you can almost consider this whole map a run back to the boss fight, which is fine. I think roguelikes really like thrive on that. Like that's a staple of the genre, but for a boss that lasts so long and has multiple phases and is like very difficult, it's a very frustrating experience. So it's something that I would just be a little bit wary of. Because I think the boss fight design itself was really good. I think the boss itself was super well designed. But it just lasted a really long time and had multiple phases. And I think like the multiple phases is very frustrating for like, you know, this guy, it's like I learned all his moves. And now I have to go through the whole first phase again and go through the whole second phase again. I almost feel like you could make it like the first floor, you just fight the first version. And then the second floor, you fight the first version with the second phase. And then the third floor, maybe he has a whole different phase. That hit me. I thought the hitbox was just on the smear. So clearly I was wrong about that. I gotta not get hit by the parry. I do think the decision to make all of his attacks be the upgrades I can get is very cool. Yeah, the animations on this boss are so sick. Nice, nice. Nice. All right, I can laser him if I'm safe. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, good laser damage. Phase 2, baby. Okay. Back. Okay. him having a hitbox on himself right after the teleport, you probably want to give a little bit more grace to the player than that. Don't make his hitbox turn on until like a little bit after teleporting, like a little bit longer than it currently was. Oh, right, right. I forgot that that's what that attack even was. Oh, I got parried. Wait for a good opportunity to hit one of these. Right, and remember, this has like a secondary effect now. Okay. Just wail on him. Okay. Totally fine. That attack is very, very well designed, I think. Oh, mistimed. Okay. Oh, shit. Nice, nice, nice. We both lasered. Okay. Whew. Uh-oh. Nice, good damn. We're locked in. Nice. Does he have a third phase? All right. Oh, no, he's dead. Nice, nice. I'm the mirror hero. Thanks for playing. Congratulations. You entered the gate in 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Nice. Okay, yeah, that was my expectation, that like the game would be over after after beating that boss. And I think that for that experience, it makes sense. I feel like the way the game is designed right now, having the 2 phases to the boss fight, and it's pretty difficult, almost like the 3rd phase to fake out there, that works, I think, because of the fact that it's a very short game. Like, you're just doing the roguelikes until you can finally beat that boss. If it like continued deeper into the dungeon with more upgrades and more bosses, then maybe spreading it out makes sense. And I think that you could do something with that. I think like this is a very classic roguelike kind of game. Pay him 1 weekly and 2 monthly checks. Okay, the goat, right? Okay, donates every stream, is on the Patreon, is a member. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. All of the members and all of the Patreons. It actually makes development of the game like possible. Yeah, and yeah, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, so I think that like it kind of works for what it is right here. Once I got the hang of QWSD instead of AWSD, it made the fight like a little bit more manageable. And I think I had dash. I think laser is better in that fight than heal, probably, because I couldn't even really get the heals off, but the laser did pretty good damage, I think. But yeah, I think this is a very solid core loop, like a good starting point. And I really love the 1-bit art style, and your animations are incredible. I think your animation skill is very, very good. So the game looks really nice. I think and I think the fact that it looks nice makes it more fun to play, right? Take H2O2. Right. And so all of that being said, I think that you probably do need the tooltips on the upgrades, and then maybe balance a little bit more to making the first level goes a little bit smoother, is a little bit easier, so that you can get to deeper levels and deeper runs, and without needing to just like run it back over and over again, if you see what I mean, right? But I think this game is meant to be short, so the run it back over and over again vibe like makes sense, especially because the whole point is to get to that really sick final boss. And I think that boss fight is super well designed, really well designed boss fight. I think it's too difficult for where it exists in the perspective of being a roguelike. Like if this wasn't a roguelike and I just made it to that boss and I just grinded him out until I beat him, I think I would be way more satisfied, but it still was very satisfying to beat him. I think the attacks all make sense. Other than the hitbox spawn when he teleports around, that's like the only thing that I felt was like a little bit like not player favored. And then, yeah, so I think those are the kind of things that I would address. But if this was just meant to be like a one shot, like not last too long, like just a fun little bite-sized experience, then I think it accomplished that really well. So yeah, great work on this. I'm going to go get some water to drink it real fast. So let me press this button. And I think you can probably still hear me. I think that this screen does have the mic on it. So yeah, let me go grab some water. I'll be right back. I'm raising my hand like crazy right now, Nikki. Let me unplug my my mouse. Nice weather we're having, dude. There's a heat wave in Seattle right now. It is brutal. It's 80 degrees out right now, and it's supposed to hit like highs of like I think it was like 97 or something. We need an Isadora water emote. I know there's Isadora sip, right? What is she drinking though? What is she drinking? It's winter in Australia. Right. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Is there an Isadora sip? Right. Yeah. There is an Isadora sip. Although I don't think we have it in, on the channel. Right. How many members do we need for Isadora to get Isadora sip? That's what I was gonna check earlier in Forgore. Okay. We're checking. Give me one moment. Okay. Badges and emoji. There we go. Oh wow, we're one more YouTube member away from another emoji. Nice. Cool. The screen keep flashing into something else for a frame time. Do you guys notice it? It's probably not on. Probably not on my end. I think. Shovel, I can post something very short. Would you want to look? Smile emoji. Sure. Is it in Discord? Oh, Bing J, welcome. Thank you for the membership. Awesome. What are the chat channels on your Discord server for? Oh my gosh, and okay with the gifted membership for Philip Kelly Benton. Can we get some +2s in chat for Bing J and okay? That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, so now I should be able to do another emoji. Oh, but I think it might take I might have to be after the stream. I don't think I can do it until it like registers, which I don't think is instant. Yeah, let me go check the emoji. What is the tiers? Because we just hit 11 emoji. Huh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to check on that later. Because it looks like we already have more than 11. Huh. Okay, I'll check on this again after stream. Hopefully we can add the Isadora sip. But thank you, you two. Thank you, you two. Appreciate it. DM me? Oh, okay, sounds good. Let me... What the heck? I don't hear anything. Oh. All right, and we're listening to some music created by Monarch. It's the Fire Emblem main theme, but composed in code. I see. Nice. Thank you, Monarch, for the soothing melody. All right. Okay, that looks good. And then let me go to... check out the sketch here. We got OK's comic sketch. Going for a walk. And then, boom, portal opens. Nice. Oh, I can't wait to see this finish. That's awesome. Okay, back to talking head. And then let's get this final game of the stream going, I think. Should I donate something to you? I don't have much right now. I don't know if I should support you. Yeah, don't worry about it. If you don't have much right now, I would hate to make you feel financially burdened. Obviously, all support helps tremendously with keeping the channel going and keeping working on Isadora. But if you can't afford it, then totally reasonable. All right, next up. I cranked my audio for that, so let me make sure I turn it back down to the appropriate level. Oh, and let me run the game before I unmute, make sure it doesn't blow out your eardrums. Okay, I think it's not blowing out eardrums. So this is Gravity Strange for the Bracky Jam. Watching the stream is already supporting Shovel. True. Thank you, Lyra. Also supporting the Shovel is pressing that dang like button. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. Helps out tremendously. And just watching and hanging out is definitely a huge amount of support. When I'm a millionaire, I donate with another account just to see if somehow it still dodges this account. Sounds good. All right. Audio. Gravity Strange. First off, I love this title screen. I love this art style. It's so cute. It's like you could increase the contrast a little bit so the background like stands out a little bit from the foreground, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it looks really nice. I forgot to like the stream. The plug works. The plug works every time. Been speedrunning Isadora with this in the background. Nice. That's the Shovel experience, huh? At the heart of the temple beats a crystal heart. An artifact from another world. They say whoever holds it can bend gravity, the only force that crosses dimensions. Be careful. Strange places lie ahead. At the heart lies a heart got me. Something about that really made me laugh. Nice. Okay. The jump is super floaty, like mega floaty, but also the squash and stretch is the very, very stretchy. Honestly, it feels like I'm playing as like a little Jello guy, which I don't hate. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Squish. So squishy, my means. Yeah, it's like that jump, just looking at it doesn't feel like I can make it, but absolutely, it's not even really a challenge. We on? Oh. It's a silly death explosion. Yeah, I like the death explosion. Actually, let me watch it again. Yeah. It's like you're missing one final frame where the final thing is cleared, but overall, the effect is really nice. I also maybe would speed it up just a tiny bit, but overall, I think the death animation is really nice. In general, I like this art style. Wait, didn't I jump up here? Am I? Wait, I did jump up here, right? Am I? Oh, wait, can I wall jump? Oh, yeah, I can just wall climb. Okay. Okay, very, very, aggressive hitboxes here. I don't think I can make it over that. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so I have to go up this way? Okay, you have to be really careful with that too. All right. Yeah, the jump sound's the same on every jump. That jump sound is going to be very grating very quickly. Nice, okay. I've reached a spawn point. I'll take it. Okay, tough, tough. Oh. Oh, I didn't bounce. Weird. Okay. Huh, okay, that didn't... Nice. New spawn point. Easy money. New spawn point. I want whatever's in that portal. Okay. Whoa, that was weird. Feels like I got, like, bounced the wrong direction. Okay, maybe I can't get to that portal yet. I wonder if you can dash. Let me smash some keys. Okay, yeah, I don't see any dash buttons. I mean, I guess I didn't press any dash buttons. Is the correct way to say that. I also can't look down. So it's blind jumps, but I didn't get punished on any of them. What? It felt like something just like pushed me down. Am I crazy? I might need to rewatch that footage. It felt like some force just like pushed me into the lava there while I was jumping. Okay, it didn't happen that time. Whoa. Nice. Nice. This was for the Brackies jam, so you're working on a time limit. I really like the decision to just make like the glowing platforms with some particles in the background. This is like a really great way to make a scene that's like dramatic and looks really cool with like a very small amount of assets and not that much like it's like some basic particles zipping around in the background and some glow on some rectangles. Like this is really economical. Oh, that's cool. The heart of the temple. You reach out for it. A strange feeling overcomes you. It takes you back, yet something has changed. Loving the art style. I'd rage quit out quick trying to avoid those spikes. Right. Something within me has changed. Okay. Gravity searches through you. The path to another dimension opens. Things are about to get strange. Press E or shift to change dimension. Whoa. Ooh. I can go to the ice dimension. Love that for me. Okay. Oh, I can't jump. I can't jump in this dimension. Any benefit to going over? No. But I did it. Huh? You can't say I didn't. Whoa. Okay. I was going to say a blind fall, but... What is this? V. Okay. Oh, now I can get up here. Oh. Please don't spawn me way back down there. Oh, my scrunk. Glowing rectile particles. Right? It looks good. Oh, and I zoomed. Zoomed to my demise. Okay. So should I, like, air stall to, like, dodge the spikes? Oof. Okay. Seems like air stalling is probably the safest way to do it. Okay. Nice. Epilepsy warning. Oh yeah, the constant flashing. Good point. If you're photosensitive, this might not be the best game to watch. Yeah. I'll just air stall through here too. Oof. That's it's tough on the eyes. Oh, okay. I can't actually just air stall. I need to rise there. Oof. Oof, okay. Might be able to clear this game while completely in the air, right? You might never actually need to land. All right, we made it through there. I wonder if this game will be good to fall asleep to. Ah! True. Oh, now the spikes change based on the world you're in. So I kind of, oof, ooh. Ooh, ah. Or some might know it, ooh, ooh. This, for some reason, those background notes are evoking Undertale. Wait. So how do I... Oh, I jump. I forgot I can jump. Oof. Okay. Can you make a video explaining everything on your Discord and how it works? Oh, thank you for the donation. I probably won't make a video on it, but as for the Discord, you can just, like, post in there. It's like, there's channels for the different, like, domains of game development. So there's, like, an art channel, a music channel, all that stuff. You can share your work for if you want to show off what you're working on and get some advice and feedback on it. And you can also post in promo posts if you don't really want feedback and you just want to like show off what you're doing and hopefully like get wish list or something. Promo post is a good spot for that. Also, if you want to post like videos or other things that you're trying to get attention to, you can post promo posts there. And then the general chats for like chatting. Okay, that's a fun little challenge. When's your game jam? So my game jam is going to be after the release of the Isadora's Edge demo, at some point after it, which could be a while still. I'm hard at work on it, but you know, takes a long time. Oh shit. Oh. Wait, I can just jump up there and walk through. All right. Cool. Boom. Yeah, so definitely no Shovel Jam this year, because I don't think the demo is going to make it to this year. I'm hoping to get the combat playtest out before the end of the year. The combat playtest, I'm thinking... We were going over the planning for it, me and Insandio, and she thinks it'll land probably in December, and I was hoping to land in September, so it's looking like October or November will probably be the, you know, if we split the difference. So we'll see. And then once the combat playtest is done, then it'll be about getting the early versions of the actual demo. Okay. Wee. Oh. Oh, wait. It no longer shifts gravity. What the hell? I thought this whole ability was a gravity shifter. I'm so confused. Is there anything forcing me to switch dimension? I guess those spikes. The wall's a little bit sticky. Come on. Okay, that's like a steak isn't good unless cooked properly. True. Went out for an anniversary dinner with Insandio once, and oh, I got a steak, and it was just horrible. Now, anytime we see like bad steak or bad beef or anything like that, it's always like, oh, you remember that restaurant? So, oh, come on. All right. This jump feels extremely precise, huh? Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's spikes there, so I have to... Come on. Come on, come on, come on. At least there's a checkpoint right next to it. True, true, true. So you get descended on this precise jump. Do I need to not bonk my head? Maybe I need to let go before I bonk my head there. I bonked my head. I don't have a dash either, right? Yeah. And it no longer air stalls me, so that doesn't help. Yeah, I need to let go. Not bonk my head. Okay, I need to... Wait. Hold on. I'm dumb. I land here. Okay. All right, we figured it out. I didn't realize there was an empty spot in those ice spikes. Oh, come on. They got me. They tricked me on that one. Oh. Nice. Oh, right. Oh, okay. This is quite difficult, but it is a fun mechanic, so. Oh, really? On the edge there? Oh, brutal. Okay. Oh. So I need to like... Isadora's Edge reference? True. Oh. I can actually straight up stuff myself into a platform. Didn't really realize that. So I need to very precisely... Okay. The extremely rough hitboxes on the spikes hasn't been that big of a deal. It's been like workable until this one. This one is rough. Whew. Oh, I pressed the jump a little bit late there. Wait, can I? It's only left shift. I was gonna say if I could shift with my right hand, that would make this way easier. But nope, this game is 100% controlled with left hand. Oh, wait, no, I never even tested arrow keys. All right, this game is so over for them. Whoa. Nope. All right. We're fine. Oop. Okay. Oop. Okay. Nice. Okay. Boom. Proop. Okay, I see. I just have to time that one. Oh, okay, I have my gravity back. Just got a 742 run. Let's go. You're so close to record. Oh, Okay, okay. Oh, there's a croissant over there. I would like the croissant. Well, they got me on that one. Okay. I wanted to see if I could do like a wall jump trick so I didn't have to like gravity manipulate that. Well, I suppose I should have seen that one coming. I gotta try for a faster time without reading everything as I go. Yeah, the tutorial area is like extremely optimized. Ah, almost. You build up so much speed with the upside down gravity. It's definitely difficult to control. Oh. I tried to do a little shortcut there, but let's just go the long way. I know I'm racing against the, like, lava. Weehaw! Exit. Oh, a little cutscene. Congratulations. You've escaped the temple, and the crystal heart of gravity is yours. Yeah, kind of a gamer. Thank you for playing Gravity Strange. Nice, nice. Okay. Let's think critically about this game. I think I discovered more optimization in the tutorial that wasn't known. Oh, sick. Did you post the run? I'd love to watch it after this. Okay, so first off, I think one of the most obvious things is that this game has like a really nice art style. I think it's very satisfying. I think your little like jelly man's is very cute. And I think the extremely floaty controls, you get used to them, you know? It's the kind of thing that it's like at first the floatiness, I was like, ooh, that's a little bit rough. But because of the gravity manipulation, I think being floaty makes sense for this game. It's something that like, because you're manipulating gravity, you want more time to like correct your movements in the air. Oops. More time to correct your movements in the air, and I think being floaty gives you that time. So even though the controls are very floaty, I think it's the kind of thing that like isn't necessarily a detraction from the game. Now, I do think the spike hitboxes are a little bit on the rough side. I think you could probably be a little bit more generous with the spike hitboxes. Like there are times when I just barely touch against it that like personally I think is better when it just like gives it to you rather than like punishing the player for touching there. It's like, yeah, they technically touch the spike, but like you can basically just let them through, you know? Oops. Yeah, and then I think the gravity mechanic is very cool. And you did explore it. Oops. That's a blind jump, huh? Oh, no, I can see the platform. I did the jump blind. And I think it's cool to have this this special ability that swaps the gravity, and you actually used it in interesting ways. Like, if you could manipulate gravity, you could just, like, stall yourself in the air. And I think that's a cool idea. Additionally, I think using... It's weird that there is one room that the gravity doesn't flip. And it just takes you to, a different dimension. That I found very strange, because the whole game is built around gravity flipping. So that one randomly turning into a non-gravity-based section was very, very weird. You know, it just struck me as extremely strange. Because it's just so different than the rest of the game. Yeah, but when you change levels, the screen shakes dramatically, and the colors like flat. Because the colors change and the screen shakes, it's very jarring. So the air stalling feels like a lot. But I think the effect, if you were just entering another dimension, the effect is cool. But I think for the amount of stuff that's happening, it's like a bit much to... a bit much, especially for the areas where you're supposed to heel stall. Like, this is a little bit rough to see. Also, I kind of can go back to the start now, right? Oops. Oh man, I can't get the checkpoints going backwards. That's frustrating. I wanted to go explore the start now that I have my gravity warping powers, but I don't want to go through the whole thing without dying. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the screen shake on it, it's like it's a cool effect, and the colors changing is cool, but it's like very dramatic, which can be it's a little bit like nauseating. It might be cool to instead have the colors like fade between the two rather than pop. That might be something that makes it feel a little bit less jarring. But I think the way you did this is very, very sick. I think it works quite well, and I think the style of the game, like aesthetically, is very appealing. I think you did a lot with like air stalling and a lot with swapping between different dimensions that have like different spikes. You know, ice spikes versus lava here is very cool. And you have areas where it's like you need to switch dimensions to avoid spikes that only exist in one. I think that is definitely one way to explore it. But I would love to see the gravity explored in like other ways. Like, what are other ways to use the gravity swapping in an interesting way? Like imagining a level that's like almost like a puzzle to it, where it's like when you swap, there are like free floating blocks that will like go to the top or go to the bottom because they're also affected by gravity, right? It's like, so when you shift this, the blocks shift up and then they shift down. And maybe there's some kind of trick to moving the blocks out of your way by shifting gravity correctly. I think that could be a cool thing to do. You could have other types of like blocks and stuff that react to gravity in their own unique ways. Like imagine these bouncy things, like when gravity's this way, they bounce you up. When gravity's the other way, they bounce you down. I think that's something that could be fun to play with. So I think you have like a lot of things you can do with gravity swapping. That didn't get explored in a way that I found like super compelling. It was mostly the same like air stalling and avoiding spikes by swapping dimensions the whole time. I would have loved to see more stuff that builds on. Why do a pair of spectators have a blue sign symbol? Lyra has the blue name because she is a mod. And then members have green names. Hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think using the gravity manipulation in more ways, I think would be really cool. And also I think like there's something interesting about the fact that like as you continue like gravitying in one direction, you speed up and speed up. Like imagining using like the gravity speed up to break through stuff to like unlock more areas to go through. Like I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. Lyra has the blue name because they fall upwards. I think that's true. I think they Lyra is operating in upside down gravity. And then you could continue expanding on the mechanic with like flipping gravity in other directions, right? Where it's like, right now I go up and down. What if gravity pulls me to the right and left? That can be, right now there's just shifting gravity, but it could be like it goes clockwise or counterclockwise. You could have to turn on like different aspects of gravity shifting. Like when you go into one room, it's only down and right, or it's only up and left or something. And then as you go through, you like hit a crystal, which gives you your right movement back, which lets you get through a part. And you could have each, like right now you have red and blue. It'd be obvious you could add a green or like a pink or orange or whatever, for the other directions. And so because of all those different things you could do, I think you really could explore this mechanic in a lot of interesting ways. Right now, I feel like the mechanic is a little bit underexplored, but I think because it's a jam game, you basically like got some levels designed using this mechanic and you definitely made it look really attractive. I think that's cool. And because you have the portal that takes you to like the other realm that has like the glowing blocks and the particles, you have another type of environment to use. So I think it would be cool if you have to play through those environments using gravity in like totally different ways. Like maybe you lose your gravity manipulation, but those levels play with gravity in their own unique ways. So it's like there's zones that flip gravity, or there are objects that behave as if gravity was reversed. So when you bounce on it, it bounces you straight down, or like platforms that while you're touching them, gravity is reversed. So it's like, or like after you touch them, I mean. So like when you bounce off of it, it bounces you upside down and now gravity is the other way. And then you need to hit it and bounce the other way. So you could treat those areas as like you don't have your gravity flipping, you have to deal with gravity in another way. So I think there are lots of cool things you can do with this main mechanic. And that's what I would want out of this game, right? I would want to continue playing through levels where I get to use all my cool gravity manipulation in interesting ways. Rather than just being a precision platformer with like a memory component of like alternate dimensions. Like, I think flipping dimensions and moving spikes to different spots is, it's been explored quite a bit. And it's not really the fantasy I want out of swapping gravity, right? It's like, if you really think about what you're trying to deliver on here, you're delivering an experience, a platform experience where the player has the fantasy of being able to control gravity, right? But swapping between dimensions and having the spikes change when you swap dimensions doesn't have anything to do with gravity, right? And if you were doing a platformer that was about swapping between different dimensions, there's tons of other cool mechanics you could work into a game about swapping dimensions. They can be like, you can pick up objects and bring one object from a dimension into another one, right? Which lets you get through something. Or, there are areas you can only access by swapping dimensions at the right time so that you can hit a button so that you can get to another part of the level that otherwise was blocked off, right? I think there's stuff that you can do with dimension swapping puzzles that are very different from the core fantasy of gravity swapping. So, I think that that's something I would really think about, is what are the mechanics you're putting into this game trying to deliver? Like, what is the core premise of this game that you're trying to show to your, give to your player? And I think the gravity swapping is really cool. I think air stalling with the gravity swapping is very fun. Like, I'm not going to do it extensively anymore because I realize it's like a little bit flashing lighty, but I think that doing the air stall is very cool. And I think being able to air stall by controlling gravity like that is basically like a core mechanic of this kind of gravity controlling feature, right? This gravity controlling core mechanic, that's what people want. They want to be able to do cool air stalls. They want to walk on the ceiling to avoid obstacles and stuff. So I would really think about what kind of mechanics you can add that deliver on that core gameplay experience of being a gravity controlling game. More directions to control, platforms that change gravity, and all that kind of stuff. But overall, yeah, I think the game is very aesthetically beautiful. I think the graphics are so nice. Like, the art style is really, really sick. And the parts I did play, outside of the overly precise hitboxes on the spikes and being a little bit too much of a precision memory platformer rather than a gravity control platformer, but those are relatively minor. And I think you have a base here that could really deliver on what it's trying to do based on what you put together so far. But yeah, awesome. I think that's basically the extent of what I want to talk about for this game. So let me go back to my talking head view. Yeah, close this out. But yeah, really cool game. I think it's very sick. Nice. All right, I think that'll probably be it for the stream because even if I started one right now, I think I would get too hungry and be too tired to give good feedback. So I think we'll call it there. Thank you everyone for tuning in and for checking out Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, watching the stream. I appreciate you all being here. And another extra special thank you to everyone who has playtested and who supports with memberships and with Patreon. It's like you guys are keeping everything going, and I could not be more appreciative or happier with everything. And even if you're supporting by just watching the stream and watching the videos, watching the shorts, clicking like, leaving comments, that's all incredible. So thank you all so much. Yeah, I'll see you all next week. Peace.